Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Talking Madness. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Nathan Lewis, and I am once again joined by our good friends, Aaron, Lee, and Dale. Lads, how are we doing tonight?
Good. Pretty good, mate. I've still got a bit of a sore throat from the other night and shouting too much when we were doing that pay-per-view, but I'll get through tonight, I'm sure. I'm sure I'll get through it.
Dale, how are we?
Yeah, really good, mate. Yeah, really good. Looking forward to another good show.
I see you're still living the Christmas hat.
Absolutely.
And Aaron?
Yeah, I'm good, Dale. I like saying, I see you got the Christmas hat, and I've decided to join in with you, Dale. Are you ready?
Oh.
I'm going to be your Alf, Dale. Hey.
That is
hey. Look at that, Dale.
That's against Alf and safety.
Alf and safety. So we've got an Alf and we've got a leprechaun as well in the same room, eh?
Alf and safety. What a dad joke that is.
Leprechaun, I'm sure, hopefully.
So we want to first of all say thank you to those who join us live again on YouTube and watching us live. Obviously, do comment your name. Let us know you're watching. Aaron will do a shout out for you. Also, we do have another guest tonight. We do have Naomi on demand joining us tonight. So we're very excited to have Naomi joining us later on tonight. So do get your questions in for Naomi. Also, just want to do a quick announcement. Remember, each week, we do this each week to entertain you guys watching, and we appreciate you watching us, but to continue us going forward and to make sure that we keep going and going and going, please remember to subscribe, like the CPW page, and share everything that's CPW related to help us keep going in the future and get our name out there. So, lads, obviously, later on tonight, we are going to be joined by Naomi, one of the most newest members to the CPW family. Everyone excited to speak to Naomi and learn a bit about Naomi?
Yep.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I've got to know her a little bit, like, through commentating with her slightly, but, you know, I don't know her nearly as well as family should, so we're going to get to know her a bit more tonight and hopefully find out some stuff that we never knew.
Yeah, that's right. Naomi on demand. So
Naomi on demand.
Getting a chance to speak to her.
On demand. Well,
on demand.
Aaron, you gave her the nickname, didn't you?
I did, yes. That came from when she's doing the commentary and Mr. Richards kept on saying, you know, oh, you'd know what's going on if you had on demand. So it just kind of get a running joke, and then I just started saying, like, you know, oh, all right, Naomi on demand every time I seen her. So it just kind of stuck, really. And then she started chatting to us on like our YouTube page, the YouTube.
I say the YouTube. The YouTube.
My man says the YouTube, mate, for crying out loud.
Yeah, and then I said, like, you know, I was just calling out that she's online as Naomi on demand, and then she changed her name on YouTube to Naomi on demand. So it's kind of stuck now, isn't it?
On demand.
On demand.
Obviously, we do. We're going to learn a lot more about Naomi when she joins us later. We are going to be talking about some interesting topics. So if people want to get involved, we will be talking about the COVID vaccine tonight. We will be talking about the metal structures, the monoliths that have been appearing around the world. And we're going to be talking about some aliens and get our thoughts on everyone's thoughts on aliens. We're also going to be talking about the amazing pay-per-view that took place on Friday night. Xmas Tidings at CPW presented when Naomi joins us. So that's all to come later. So any questions about those topics, please feel free to comment below, and Aaron will read out your questions for either Naomi, for us, or anything to discuss on those topics when we get to them later. But first of all, before we get joined by Naomi, we are going to be talking about another topic which is relevant right now with obviously the tier systems. And for those who are football fans or sport fans, obviously football fans were allowed back into stadiums recently, especially in the Premier League. 2,000 people and those that were tier 2. So what's everyone's thoughts on, obviously, not just football, but sporting events now, sort of having the fans coming back to them slowly?
I think it's great. We tried until we got thrown back into lockdown, and we're going to try again as soon as we're obviously when on the 19th we're going to be trying again. But everyone, it's a way of us starting to move forward. As long as people keep guidelines in place, then why not?
Sure.
There's nothing like fans at stadiums, at arenas. When you entertain the fans, there's nothing quite like the sound of fans cheering you, whatever you're doing. So yeah, it's going to be great, and I really hope on the 19th Xmas Bash that we get our fans, CPW Galaxy, back in the arena.
Yeah, of course. Like you say, especially obviously, if we take this to the football side of things, obviously I've been watching the football without the fans. And it's interesting to watch still. You obviously get to hear the players shouting and you get to really hear the game as it should be. But obviously, I've been watching this weekend's games, and the difference in the games that have got fans, you could just hear the passion because they've been missing it for so long. And they're so excited just to be back. And I don't know who it was. It was a lower league team. And
Newcastle.
No, Dale just leave. He'll quit. He'll be like, no, not having this. It was a lower league team, and I think it was one of the first games to have the fans. And I think it was 2-3 minutes in, and they got a throw in, and the fans went mental because they got a throw in because it was live, and it was the first time, obviously seeing that actually happen. And they were just super excited that their team got an award or something. So I thought that was quite funny, especially when football fans are that passionate just about a throw in. I thought that was quite funny. But obviously, with football getting it back, especially in America, their fan base is a lot bigger. So obviously, sporting events over in America are getting more and more fans. Mr. Richards sent me a picture the other night from a boxing event that I believe was in America. And they had about 16,000 people capacity. And I was like, wow, that's a good sign for things like wrestling and everything like that. So obviously,
yeah, gotta be.
Could be excited. So what I want to do now, Aaron, obviously we talk about the fans and what we think of the fans. What's going on YouTube and what are they saying about it?
No, it's quite quiet at the moment. So we've got Ride Dog online.
Ride Dog.
Yes, Ride Dog.
We've got Shorty. She's with us tonight.
Shorty.
And we've got Carrie as well with us.
Yes,
tonight.
Carrie.
So, Commentary Pro Wrestling does want to know, are you all looking forward to the WWE having fans back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Lee?
The Thunderdome was pretty good, but it's not the same, is it?
Mate, every time you say Thunderdome, I just expect to see Tina Turner come out.
But,
Let's talk about this then.
Also, I think a lot of the noise, a lot of the crowd noise that they have during shows now, which with the Thunderdome, I don't think that's people at home doing that. I reckon that's it's just dubbed over.
Of course it is.
Well, let's ask the best person to ask that question to on YouTube is Carrie, because Carrie has been on the Thunderdome a few times.
Carrie, tell me.
So, Carrie,
at home.
Is it you? Is it the fans making the noise, or is it not? Or are you just watching it? Let us know what it's like to be on that Thunderdome screen, Carrie. Let us know.
Yeah,
I'll wait for her to answer to come up now.
Well, that'd be great. I mean, yeah, obviously, like I said before, doesn't matter what you do, any sport, any events, anything, without the fans being there, it's never going to be the same. Doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah.
So this is the thing, especially some of the stories that are going on at the moment, like the fans just make everything 10 times better. Like, for example, I felt bad at Survivor Series with Undertaker doing all that speech in front of no one.
Yeah.
Like the man, what 30-year career, one of the greatest careers in professional wrestling, and it ends with an awesome video package, an awesome build up, and then a very obviously nice speech, but there's just nothing there because we know for a fact if that was in front of like all the fans, you'd have all the thank you, Taker, thank you, Taker. Like the noise would be amazing.
It would have definitely been a lot more emotional, you know. You know how people are definitely.
But yes, we're definitely excited. I think all the four of us can say that we're definitely excited to see the fans coming back into WWE. NXT obviously had a small fans throughout it. At the moment, they only have like a small handful of members of the public as their fans, but you know that should grow, and hopefully WWE will grow their fans again now that they can, and then hopefully it will maybe help really enhance some of these really good storylines that they've got going at the moment. So, Aaron, has our question been answered?
It has been answered. Carrier's got back and she said, just watching, we make cheering noises, but mainly they make the noises that, you know, over everybody else.
Oh, so they dub it over.
Yeah. So
no sound to you then. There's no sound.
No.
Just the reactions, I guess.
So we've got a few people. Naomi on Demand is watching already. She's like that.
Ready.
She says there needs
nice things.
She says there needs to be fans because heel Roman Reigns needs a crowd. I think she's a Roman Reigns fan. I've got a feeling.
Heel Roman Reigns needs a crowd, definitely.
Then we've got Martin. Big Martin is online. We love you, Martin. He said it before, fans can bring so much energy and it drives everyone to give that extra 10. I reckon it's 100%, but he's put 10%.
110%.
Oh no! Is he saying they give that extra 10%? I only give 10%.
So we've got Aaron Rubens online as well.
Aaron, you all right, mate?
Yeah.
Yes.
2 Aarons on him. That's just like that's cool.
Yeah, he's a
Blows my mind.
superstar. It's a superstar.
Blows my mind, that does.
Aaron Rubens. Yes, Aaron Rubens.
Fans make the show so much better with their reactions and chants.
Definitely.
True.
I agree.
Yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely.
I mean, you must realise yourself, like, you know, when we've done like shows in front of just a camera, like it's, you know, we love doing everything we can for the fans, but it's not the same, you know, when you can just work off the crowd, when you've got the crowd there either cheering you or booing you, you know, it's amazing feeling.
Well, let's go back to, for example, that first show we did after the first lockdown. And you know, the show started. Obviously, a handful of people came out at the start of the show to do some talking, and the noise from the crowd on that first segment, and then obviously when Morris and Tomby then came through the curtain, the noise was insane, and that was only because that's down to 2-3 things. One, obviously, our fans are amazing. 2, our fans love what we do, and they just missed it. They'd missed it for so long that we could hear the passion in their voice, being back in that room, get to see the people, see that wrestling live, and that noise. People were backstage, and we were backstage. Like that noise was amazing. Like it put goosebumps on your arms to be like in that atmosphere. So again, yeah, the fans always make things 10 times better, 100 times better.
Yeah, I agree with you, Nathan. I mean, like I said during the actual night, when I was backstage, I goes, listen, just listen. That is what we come here to hear. Them fans making that noise. I said, just listen to that because it's a beautiful sound.
Definitely.
So I just wanted to talk of WWE for a little bit, as we've still got 15 minutes until we are joined by Naomi on The Man. Let's talk about some of the stuff that's going on in WWE. So one of the things that's probably like the top thing at the moment in WWE, which is heel Roman Reigns. Because there's been a bit of talk on the YouTube channel about Roman Reigns. So what's everyone's opinion on heel Reigns? What's happening with, obviously, him bringing in the Usos into it? And obviously the storyline there. Like, what's our opinions on heel Reigns?
Oh, I love it. I think it's fire. I honestly, I did find him boring before, but now I love watching him. I think Heyman just fucking works with him. It's brilliant. I love it.
Do you think he's more better now? They've paired him with Heyman, though.
No, I mean, I think he could have done it without Heyman, but Heyman just adds something to anything. You know what I mean? You can never go wrong if you've got Heyman with you. But
yeah.
But I think he could have done it without it, because the way he talks to Jey Uso, the way he talks down to him, and it makes you want to hate him. It's brilliant. I think he's doing it really well.
I think that's what. Calm down, sorry.
So what do you guys think the result will be at the end of this? Is it that Reigns is just going to have a long run, or is somebody coming in to take him down a few notches?
Well, I mean, I'm hoping to see Jey Uso not slap him about a little bit, you know what I mean? But that's just the mark in me.
I think it'll come to a point, right? Because of the way he's been with obviously his cousin and slapped him down, beating him up, and then I think it'll come to the storyline where The Rock will come back for a show, like a big show, and he's just gonna like lay the smack down on Reigns.
Yeah, show that he's the tribal chief, really.
Yeah. You think you're the big dog now, mate? I made us the big dog in here.
For me, the special booking for me would be Rock Reigns WrestleMania.
Yeah. So I was just trying to say, obviously, what I like about the storyline and the character work is more the difference between Reigns and Paul Heyman. We're also used to seeing Paul Heyman with Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman's in charge. Paul Heyman controls the narrative. Paul Heyman does all the talking. Paul Heyman is, sort of the leader, and Brock Lesnar just goes out there and does business, does the job, goes out there, destroys everything, and won. Whereas this one, it's like it makes you have like a bit of sympathy now for Heyman, because yes, he's paired at Roman Reigns, but he's now not in that same position because he's like a servant. Yeah, he's now the servant to him. Like, it's like, I'll tell you when you can speak. I'll let you say certain things, but I can also talk for myself because I'm the chief, I'm the leader. And it's a better interaction. It's a different kind of interaction. We've not seen this side of this kind of interaction with Heyman before with any of his other previous employees. But I like the story as well. Especially after last week. If those haven't seen it, sorry, spoilers are coming. Even though Jey Uso's already told him he's on his side, he's still getting punished for things.
Yeah,
and it's like it's like he can't win. As much as he's trying to support him, trying to help him, trying to be the partner in crime, any slight thing goes wrong, he's getting punished for it. I like them working with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is very good on the mic. They can have a really good match. It'll help build the story even more. Again, I'm with Dale. I think this is going to be a long run, really long story. I don't see it ending anytime soon or for no reason. Again, I'm with a lot of people online. The rumors, the dream, which is it carries on going, and it's Roman Reigns versus The Rock at WrestleMania. Because of obviously that would be amazing. Who doesn't want to see that?
Price, it'd be incredible.
But it is probably out of you know, there's good things going around wrestling at the moment. But the number one thing, in my opinion, out of all the promotions in the world, is the Roman Reigns story. It is the top thing right now in wrestling. He is the number one guy probably in wrestling right now due to his storyline. But yeah, that's my opinion. Aaron, what's going on YouTube?
I was about to say, I think the fans are feeling the same. So I'll work my way down here. Cov Pro Wrestling says Hill Reigns is unreal.
Yeah.
We've got Martin said Hill Reigns and Jey Uso's story is just so damn good. So. Carrie Wrestling says I'm enjoying the storyline between the Usos. Yeah. Rye Dog says love Roman thing. The story is mint. Mint. Martin says Heyman is in a different role. He is more of just there, and his reaction to what Roman does makes what Roman does so much more impactful.
Yeah,
nice. So
now, can I just say, like, whilst we're talking about WWE, and obviously it's how it's going at the moment, and I don't know if anyone does watch AEW, but I see that they're trying to get themselves back into the ratings by bringing Sting out, I hear.
So I was going to mention this. Obviously, you know, a lot of us will always agree here, and we'll always say that a lot of us here are number one WWE fans, first of all. Dale, obviously, we know that you only really watch WWE. That's, you know, I watch all of them, as do other people I know. But there's interesting stuff happening. So, for example, right now, AEW, you know, they're not necessarily doing anything wrong. Yeah, they brought Sting out the other night. 61-year-old Sting came out, has got a short-term contract with them. No one knows how long it is. I think it looks like it's at least a few shows or at least a year-long contract. But the more interesting thing was what happened at the end of the show, and Impact Wrestling management owner getting involved, and it looks like there's now a partnership with Impact Wrestling and AEW going on, which again is for them to help boost ratings, have more control over a wider amount of talent probably. And I want to get people's opinion on this then. So obviously WWE, number one, always will be. However, what's people's opinion on the partnership of AEW and Impact Wrestling? What kind of impact that's going to have on the wrestling scene? But also, what were people's reactions to Sting coming out in AEW? Because I didn't see it coming. I don't think many people knew about it happening. I think it was a good kept secret. I think a lot of people were shocked that it happened. So what people's stances on that? Let's find out on YouTube, or even you guys, what you think about that.
Well, what I'd say about that, like you said, Dave, I am a big WWE guy. Doesn't mean I don't want to watch the others. I'm not saying any of them are doing anything bad or anything poor. I'm sure what they're doing is good and entertaining as well. When it comes to the Sting thing, the only thing that I ever heard about that is when the WWE took, I believe, his stuff out of their shop. I believe they did at some point a few weeks ago, possibly. I think, and that was a sort of an inkling that maybe something was happening with Sting. So WWE took his stuff out, but then people would be able to purchase, I believe. Anyway, yeah, listen, Sting, Sting, I love to have seen him in the WWE years ago, 10, 15 years ago, when it really would have been great. I'm not saying he can't do the job now. I'm sure he can wrestle. I'm sure he can work. It's a lot of experience. Obviously, Sting over the years, I've watched him when he was in TNA, and he was still good at everything that he did. But I'm not sure if what he could do now. Is it going to be him and Cody Rhodes? I don't know. What do you guys think?
No, I don't think yet.
I watched AEW at first, and I was really impressed with it, and I've sort of stopped watching it a bit now. So I didn't see Sting come out or anything like that. I don't know what he looks like, But I just hope it's not like when I've seen like Jake the Snake come out, you know, recent, like, you know, and he didn't look good. You know what I mean? It's not good for a wrestler's legacy. You know, when you remember like being a god, and then coming out and you see him frail and old, and you know, just looking not healthy. So I mean, I don't know how Sting looks. I don't know. I didn't see it. So
he looked in quite good shape. He didn't look out of shape or anything. He looked like he'd age a bit, but he didn't look out of shape or anything.
watching him in WCW. He was great in WCW.
Yeah, but he didn't really do much. He just walked out to the ring, sort of, they cleared out, and he just sort of stared at people. So he didn't really get to see how physical fit he was because of the way in which they introduced him. But I think only time will come to see what kind of state he's in or what's going on with him, because he did have a really bad injury. That's the reason why the storylines in when he was, you know, things stopped with WWE because of the injuries. You know, I thought he'd made his retirement because of the injury he had, but obviously it was bad.
Martin's just mentioned that on the YouTube page. He says, honestly, if the injury to Sting was as bad as they say, I hope he is in a managerial role.
Yeah, again, he could be. Again, no one really knows what's going on with him. That'll only come. Time will tell with what the story is there. But we'll have to wait and see.
Naomi on Demand says, feels like a smart business decision. Now, she's put NGL. I don't know what that means. Is she calling someone Nigel?
No, that's my initials, Nathan Gerald Lewis. And I'm joking.
I believed you then.
It means
I mean, that is my initials. I'm not lying, but it stands for not going to lie.
Okay. I thought she was calling somebody Nigel.
No, not going to lie, but they are my initials as well.
I thought it was like good business move, Nigel. But okay.
Nice.
See, I remember Sting when he was like Surfer Sting as well.
Yeah.
You know, when he had like the bleached blonde hair and like, you know, it was like, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
what else is happening on the YouTube?
So the YouTube, Wes Handley has just joined us.
Yay, Wes.
Wes, missed that little face of yours, Wes. Martin have said, no, I do. Do you know what? I do love Wes. I give him loads of shit on here, but I actually do love Wes. He's a good crack. And at parties, he's a good egg. He always goes to the bar and gets the drinks in. So, you know what I mean? Martin says, if Impact and AEW are working together, then it can open up a lot of great potential matches. For example, FTR versus the North.
Yeah. I had this discussion with someone else the other day. There's certain matchups, there's certain people in Impact that could have. It's good for them for a bigger platform. Some of the Impact guys, but also there's some Impact guys that could have some good matchups with guys in AEW. Obviously, myself, and Tom B were talking about the possibility of an old reunion tag team between Moxley and forgot his name. Moxley and I can't remember his name. Anyway, if anyone remembers the person I'm on about, their tag team was Switchblade back in like ZZW days. Like they've teased it a little bit. Sami Callihan. That's like an old school thing for those who like that kind of style of wrestling. But it does allow for a lot of stuff to happen. But what I found interesting was, did anyone see or hear what Triple H commented about after this happened?
No.
Triple H. But carry
Triple
on.
H.
It's Triple
H. But yeah.
Did he say the words, I can't believe Nathan Lewis is wrestling?
No, he said, I can't believe Nathan Lewis keeps getting my name wrong. It's Triple H, not Triple H. You don't say the huh. You don't say it. It's H.
I just use my words properly. I say my letters properly. Sorry.
It's properly to say H. Trust me.
Dale, should we just go? Should we just go, Dale? Yeah.
He was on a podcast, and he stated that supposedly there's been talks with WWE and WWE are now are considering or maybe open to working with other promotions, which I found was interesting because it's interesting that comes out just after AEW has just maybe aligned with Impact Wrestling. So who knows what's happening with the business and where it might go with all the business stuff. It could be exciting time.
What promotions could they work with? Like what's big enough?
It's true, isn't it? That they want to work with Club Pro Wrestling. That's what it is.
Oh, mate, if only.
Because we're one of the biggest. You know what I mean? Like, if we were to pair it up, like Club Pro Wrestling with obviously WWE, and then like AEW with something like Phoenix, because it's like, you know, that shit company down the road.
Yeah, that one.
I forgot about
you know, like your little poor sister sort of thing. That's our poor sister.
Well, it's interesting you say that because the boss man would back us up that it's really curious sometimes when we do certain storylines or we do certain things in CPW, and then a few weeks later or a couple of months down the line, WWE do the same.
They're watching us, mate.
Hashtag conspiracy theory.
Well, I heard that.
Hashtag scouting.
I heard that when NXT was in town last time, Mr. Richards offered Triple H out for a fight outside of the Godiva statue, and Triple H shit it. Yeah.
Right.
Mr. Rich. Yeah.
Well, another one of Aaron's facts, by the way, that we had early on in the night. So before we start, Aaron, before we have Naomi join us, because it is 9:00, so we will be joined by Naomi anytime soon. Is that
Naomi? Is that Naomi on Demand you're on about?
That is Naomi on Demand. Yeah. Yes.
Get her name right, mate. Or just don't say it.
Got a problem with names tonight, by the sounds of it.
Yeah. So no, it's all gone quite. COD Pro Wrestling says, Nathan, you've only told half of what Triple H said.
Then I don't know the other half. So someone help me and explain it.
Oh, I don't believe it.
I may miss the other half then, so I may need to have someone tell me what bits of the other half of the story I've missed. So if if Commentary Pro Wrestling may fill me in, that would be much appreciated.
You only turned up with half a story, Dave. Oh my goodness.
Oh, maybe we won't miss you next week, Nate.
I mean, you will, because you won't be able to do this.
We will. We'll just hack into it because we're good at that.
Anything else?
No, what we got? Wes Handy says double. Hello. Sorry about that.
Hey.
Hello. Where have I gone? I'm here still. I'm here. Here we are. I'm back. Wes Handley says WWE stole the power couple name the other week and gave it to Johnny and Candice.
Yes.
Martin said, I'm taking. Well, it's weird. I think he's on about the Moxley. I'm going to say they used to work in NJPW back in the 80s, if I remember right.
No, yeah, he means WWE works with New Japan.
Ah, right. I remember rightly. Right. If they open these avenues again, it could be very interesting. But they do work with others like Evolo. Is it Evo? I need to get glasses soon. Evolve Progress. COD Pro Wrestling said, Vince has always been open to business. If it makes business sense, not minute by minute, but in 10 years' time. Basically saying neither of those promotions will be around in 10 years' time.
That's what I missed then. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Vince is the man.
Vince is the man. We'll agree with that.
Yeah.
Right, boys.
Yes.
It is time. It is time. Our guest is here. Our guest is here. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure at this very moment, at 9:04 on Sunday evening, to welcome to Talking Madness for the very first time, and for you amazing CPW Galaxy fans, it is time to introduce, and I'm going old school right now. I'm going to go old school. it is time to introduce Naomi on demand to Talking Madness. Ladies and gentlemen, here she comes.
Yeah.
Here she comes. Here she comes. Oh, Naomi on demand.
Hey guys, hi.
Yeah.
Hey.
How's everyone?
On demand.
On the-
Naomi.
Oh, I should change my name on this. How do I do that?
Oh.
These are the options, or I can do it for you.
Oh.
Well, let's not waste time with that. You know.
I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while since I did that high pitched voice, and it really hurt my throat.
Man,
Hey,
we are.
you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Is my voice croaky or high pitched or cool?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Okay.
Naomi, where are you?
I'm in my room.
It's just that it's like it looks like you're in just like big bright room, like
It looks like heaven. Like
it's just
so
own
bright.
it.
It's so bright. It's like you're by the pearly gates. Like
There's a guitar at the back.
Okay. Jesus plays guitar.
There's a chair. Is there a heaven in chair?
Oh, there we go.
A heaven in chair. A chair in heaven.
It is
of course,
bright.
there is. You don't stand up in heaven. God.
Yeah,
just-
exactly. We like to be lazy in
bright.
heaven.
How you doing, Naomi?
I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good. Yeah. Working is longer than I thought. Yeah. Entering the world of work. Serious. Like yikes.
Damn it, I've got to be an adult now. Oh no.
Naomi, you're always tired. What happened the other night, Naomi?
I knew you
Whoa, what's this story? Have we got
basically, you know,
stories
I was
already?
at the ring and I was like this. And I was sleeping and Aaron woke me up.
You fell asleep at the side of the ring.
Yeah.
So basically, I thought she was stretching out, Nath. So I thought I'll go round, say hello, stretch out my legs with her. She was asleep with her head on the apron.
Yeah.
So I walked up and smacked the ring and that. She was like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh."
Yeah. I am literally always tired. That is my default setting.
After
Yeah.
the session.
No, before.
No, during at the
Before the
beginning.
session. So I hadn't even done the warm up yet.
No, we were just stretching out before the warm up.
Everyone was stretching, and I knew that if I was like that, people would think I was stretching like my calves or something. But no, I was having a quick 5-minute nap.
Like I had a plan. I know I need a nap, so I'm going to stretch out for that.
Yeah. And then I think someone else woke me up because I was sleeping when I was like waiting to get in the ring. It was
So you had 2 naps.
it was Lee woke me up. I
Wait, what?
remember. You did. You did on yesterday. No, not yesterday.
Okay, Friday.
Maybe Sunday, Friday. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Lee or Martin woke me up. That hurt my feelings.
Similar.
I think you
Yeah.
did early night, Naomi.
Amazing.
I'm a sleeper.
Well, thank you for joining us, Naomi. It is a pleasure to have you here.
I'm very happy.
Welcome to Talking Madness. Welcome to CPW family as well. Obviously, you're still very new to us, family. So, people watching on YouTube, do get your questions for Naomi. Anything you want to ask Naomi? Anything you want to say about Naomi?
no.
That's what
You're gonna
YouTube's
say mean
for.
things about me.
You don't say mean things, though. That's not very nice. But, yeah, get your comment questions in. Let us know what you want to ask us or Naomi.
Can I just say, I actually really wanted to do this, and I was going to ask, but I was like, maybe I shouldn't. So
Well,
I'm actually really excited.
Or not many people get.
Oh, thanks, Wes.
What did Wes say?
Naomi's the best commentator.
Wesley says, Wesley said that Naomi's the best commentator in CPW. That's what I was laughing at. And Cod Pro Wrestling's come back with, shut up, Wes.
Hey, shut up, Wes. Shut up, Wes.
Are they? Is Cod Pro Wrestling saying shut up Wes to Naomi comment, or is he saying shut up Wes to Wes saying that Martin is a wrestling knowledge god?
I think it's the Naomi comment.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
No,
yeah. No, it will
no,
be
no,
commentary.
wait.
It will be the commentary. Yes,
Yes.
it will be because of the people that are on commentary. Oh,
Yes.
no. Where's he
Yeah.
shot himself in the foot there? Where's he shot himself in the foot there? That comment. Oh, naughty Wes.
Where's
There goes your fan of the year award.
Yeah. Oh my God.
There goes your kneecaps next time I see you, mate. Fuck you.
He's only saying that because that's as far as you
ridiculous.
can get upwards, isn't it, Lee? Really, the kneecaps.
He can't reach anywhere else.
That's all I need.
Anyway, whilst we've got Naomi on, let's get back to our guest. So
Yes.
before we get into the questions from Lee, or we get into questions from Dale, let's talk about Friday night, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about the epic What? Not sure what I was about to say then.
WWE Hell in a Cell.
You ain't having a great night, are you? Are you, Dave?
No,
Mate.
fucking hell.
Nave, just go home, mate.
Let's talk about the epic CPW pay-per-view on Friday, Xmas Tidings, which featured 4 matches inside the prison. It featured a singles match between Bashby and Dingo to crown a new champion, and also the triple threat coffin match, which we'll get to in a minute, but had probably the most insane finish in CPW history or in a long time. It was crazy. So obviously, let's talk about the prison matches first of all. Obviously, by the way, let's just talk about what people thought of the pay-per-view. Obviously, let's go to Naomi and Lee, who were watching at ringside, doing commentary. First of all, what were your opinions on the show?
Ladies first. Naomi, you go first.
So I've done commentary for I think 4 or 5 shows, and that one was actually probably my favorite one to do commentary on, because so many things just happened, and the matches in the prison and even like afterwards, with like Bashby and Dingo and stuff, it was like really good. It was crazy. I really enjoyed myself. Yeah, I loved that. I loved I especially loved the women's match. That had a dramatic ending. So I'm a wrestling fan for 2 reasons. I love like the action aspect, and I also love the storyline. And I think when a match can be like 10 minutes long and tick both boxes, like it's incredible. And especially with the women's match, like that's what happened. Like the ending was like, what the hell just happened? So yeah, I really loved it. Thumbs up for me.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I think it was the first, like, one of the first times in a long while that I've been watching a wrestling show and I felt like a fan. Like, I mean, especially the end, I was just going crazy. I was It was exciting. It was just everything that happened. Like, it was, I just felt like a fan again. And I mean, I've grown to love like doing the commentary. It's nothing like actually being in the ring. It's nothing ever will be. But I've grown to love doing it. And there were a couple of times where I forgot to even talk because I was just so engrossed in what was happening in the ring. I just wanted to watch it and just take it all in.
So let's talk about some of the stuff that happened. Because obviously the results are out there. They're on the CPW page, so we can talk about the results. Obviously, the pay-per-view was streamed live, and the replay took place last night as well. And it is now available, I believe, on demand as well for those to watch it who have it on demand. So let's talk about the show. So obviously we had 4 prison matches. All sorts of stuff went down each one of them. But again, I think we need to look at what was probably the most shocking one. Out of the 4
three champions in 5 minutes.
Yeah, so let's talk about the prison match, which probably had the most stuff happen in it afterwards, which was Will Starr versus Morris. Obviously, we all know the story so far at the moment. Morris has left Morris Incorporated. He's joined alliances with Emma, the Natural Born Killers. He was in there with Will Starr. And obviously at the end of this night, end of the match, there was controversy, obviously, with Emma getting involved. Again, helping Morris. But also, after the match, more stuff went down involving Apollo Vela and Will Starr. So, obviously, those who have watched the pay-per-view, who have joined us here on YouTube, let us know your comments. Let us know what you thought of it. And when we're talking about these matches, let us know what you thought of what happened and what went down. So, again, let's take this to Dale, Naomi, Aaron, and Lee that were there and also watching from the sidelines. What's your take on what's going on at the moment with Morris and Emma and that situation?
Crazy.
Wow. Morris and Emma, wow. Nobody believed what was going to happen because Morris has been so much of a fan favourite. He loves his fans. He loves the CPW Galaxy. He has his family there who support him every single show. So for him to basically, well, it seems like turn on everybody in CPW, his fans, his family, for Emma Cross, I don't understand. I don't understand how that's happened, to be honest. But what do you guys think?
Well, Naomi, you can back me up, because you were there, you saw it, you heard it, you felt the connection. When Emma just slammed the cage door on Will's head, that was rough, man.
What I want to see, Morris win a match clean without Emma Cross doing his dirty bidding for him. I mean, sorry.
I mean, he used to handle business. Morris used to be all that life. Morris used to, but yes, this vixen has got in his head and in his heart, and she's messing with his head.
Does Morris need Emma Cross? I don't think so.
Well, you know the saying, boys and girls, is love is a powerful thing, and what's going on here is
love has been powerful.
two people in love, two people that are infatuated by each other, enjoying each other's company, and therefore, have got each other to lean back on, and therefore are sticking together and basically going against everything else. So, like we said, we've seen Morris turn on Morris Incorporated, his own family, turn on CPW Galaxy, walk away from 4 or 5 years of, being everyone's hero. If you go back to the start of the Morris story, he was aligned with Windsor. He was there to support Windsor. Morris was, up to no good with Windsor. He broke free from that and became, the Morris that we came to love, enjoyed watching, wanting to see every night. If things were going down in the ring, whose name would get chanted to come make a save? It was Morris, because the fans knew that he would get the business done. But now the fans don't want to see Morris because he's turned his back on them, all because of one person, and that's Emma Cross. So what's going to happen next? Very exciting.
Trouble is, though, Nave. Trouble is, it's like, Emma Cross have turned Morris's head and he's attacking everyone. But I know there's one person that could put Morris back in his place.
Who's that?
Ma Morris.
What?
His mum.
Katie. Well, I mean, Katie scares me. I don't,
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Oh, I've known Katie for many years and she scares me, Lee.
I don't know, mate. Yeah. Maybe he's moving away from that now, and he's He's got himself a missus, and he's just become the nasty, horrible bastard that he's become now.
The natural born killers.
I think his match with Tucker like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I think it's truly shown that like he's got to a point of no return. Like,
yeah,
it's done. The corruption is over. Like, so I don't think anyone is going to be able to turn his head as Emma Cross has.
While we're on the subject of this, with Emma is actually online now, and she is saying the natural born killers are the future of CPW.
Wow, there we go. Hello, Emma.
So, whilst we talk about this match and obviously the natural killers, what else is happening on YouTube, Aaron, regarding Emma and Morris and the natural born killers and that match? What are people talking about?
I was just saying before you interrupted me.
Sorry. Stop talking. So I didn't think you were.
Be in the corner, be quiet. Yeah, so Emma Cross has already said that the natural born killers are the future of CPW. COD Pro Wrestling said that Emma Cross sucks and she's destroying the wrestling mafia. Ricky Hewitt's online. Yes, Ricky's here. Good old Ricky. And he has said you never cross across. Right. Will that make it crisscross and make you jump?
What if you're religious though? Because obviously,
Ricky, come on.
How do you do that then? Cross it across.
If you cross across like that, then you cross it, then you
There's
go
a
the other way.
parallel line.
Yeah.
There's flaws in what he said there.
Ricky's also said, what's this? So I think you missed some cat here, Ricky. So your crosses have made up because you put was dead before Emma got involved. What was dead, Ricky? Come on, mate.
He's on about the wrestling mafia was dead before.
Well,
Emma got involved.
come on. I'm not.
He's not wrong there. He's not wrong.
Morris has seen a better family in the Cross family. Well, he's got a point there. But to see the better of the Cross family, you have to get on your knees because you're all quite small. Really, you're like hobbits.
Let's keep points out of this, mate.
And that's why you are welcomed into that family because you're all vertically challenged.
What do you think about?
Sorry, I'm just going to put this out. Naomi, Emma Cross has said that should destroy you.
And I said, you wish.
I've seen that.
There's a dream match right there.
Aaron Rubin has come back and
anytime I'm there and Emma is also there, she's always giving me a look like, if you want to go, let's go. I'm
cool.
Anytime, any place, anywhere.
We're gonna have it.
Yes, Naomi.
Aaron Rubin says, I reckon Naomi could take her, to be honest. And COD Pro Wrestling says, us too. That is a match. COD Pro Wrestling, get that match. Let's get the fisticuffs on.
That could be
I think Jesus Juice and Naomi on Demand versus Lee Jack Daniels and Emma Cross tag team match TLC.
I can't believe that she just referred to him as Jesus Juice.
What is it about Jack Daniels? You want to drink?
What? Anything else, Aaron?
Yeah. Carrie says, I think Naomi will have a good shot at Emma.
Nice.
Do you know what? I'm going on the side of these. Yeah, Naomi. I think you will beat her down.
It's the ruthless aggression.
Is that your ruthless voice? Is it as well?
Yes. What John Cena, I reckon Naomi would win.
Emma says, I'll tear through every woman in CPW.
Fighting talk that is as well.
That is fighting talk. She is on it. That girl needs to be grounded.
Don't get me wrong. Emma Cross is as ruthless as they come. I respect Emma Cross so much as a competitor, but sis, I'm not the one.
She's aggressive. That girl needs to be grounded. I'm like, have her privileges taken away. Big time. But yeah, that's it at the moment. Yeah, that's what everyone's saying, really.
So let's move on to some of the other matches that happened. Obviously, we crowned a new #1 contender for the women's championship. So, you know, obviously, Naomi, let's go to you that one. Obviously,
Yes.
an up-and-coming female in CPW. That's the division that you will obviously go into. What did you make of that match? Obviously, the reactions afterwards when the match ended. Let's get your opinion on that, and also those watching. What do we think?
So, I actually really like the entirety of the match, but also like the emphasis on chain wrestling, because this isn't something I've done a lot of, but it was still hard hitting and brutal. Like, Jesus, that power bomb, that was incredible. So, and the drama of, you know, Kiara winning, and deservedly so for her. And then, yeah, Kat's not happy. So Kat and Chantel, I think, you know, there's still a story there, and there's still going to be some, you know, stuff going on. But I'm glad that Kiara was able to get the opportunity to be the #1 contender for the championship.
It was a great match. I mean, I enjoyed watching it. Like, Kiara, Jesus, man, the tears in her eyes when she won. I nearly cried myself. It was a great moment. But yeah, you're right. That powerbomb, shit, the strength, man. I was
Genuinely.
I was so surprised and well impressed, man. It was a great match, and I did thoroughly enjoy it.
Let's just go back to that bit then. Like you say, after the match, after Kiara won, the tears and the passion that was shown after the victory. You know, I think most of us have been there when we've won our first title or achieved something. You know, in wrestling. Does that just go to show really like how much some of this stuff really means to the individuals, especially, you know, obviously the company as well, how much you actually, you know, I think it shows how much respect you have for the company as well, because the fact that it's not just about getting that #1 contendership for yourself, but also it's knowing that you've got a chance to go and represent the company as the top person when you go and win that title. If you win that title at the next match or the next show, whenever you go for that title as a #1 contender, do you think that goes a long way to show what kind of wrestler someone is when they show that kind of passion?
Definitely. Oh yeah, go on.
No, you carry on. You're the guest.
So I spoke to Kiara before her match, and we were just talking, and I got to know her a bit. And she told me she's been wrestling for many years, like a very long time. So being up close and, you know, seeing the tears in her eyes, like seeing the passion of someone who actually like gives a damn. Like, she didn't even win a championship. She won a #1 contenders match. So to have so much care and have such a reaction, it was so, for me, admirable.
Yeah.
So while we're on the subject, sorry, Nate, Comps Pro Wrestling wants to know. Hold on, Nathan. Comps Pro Wrestling wants to know, what did Naomi make of Kat Von Cage's chair shot on Kiara?
Yo, they were actually crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, they were. I heard the impact. I saw like the vibrations in the leg, because Kat was working on her leg at the beginning of the match, and that was something I noticed. And the chair shots, you know, they just kept coming. I was like, it's enough now, and they just kept coming, and I was like, when are you going to stop? But it was chair shots to the back, to the leg. So I mean, it really showed Kat Von Cage is a ruthless, brutal, serious competitor. But, you know, I still respect Kiara for going through that and still picking up the win. So
yeah. No, exactly. It shows that determination and that belief to keep fighting through all that pain and everything like that. You're completely right there, Naomi. I think some of us could hear the chairs through the building. They were that powerful. What we're going to do then, thank you for your questions so far, people. We appreciate it. Naomi, thank you for your input at the moment on the pay-per-view and what you thought, sitting at ringside, watching it. What I want to do is we're going to put a pause on the pay-per-view right now. We're going to talk about some of the other matches that took place, and especially talking about the main event. But what I want to do quickly is pass it over to Aaron. Aaron, have you had any questions in for Naomi or us guys, or what's going on?
Yeah, we have got one question for Naomi. It comes from Wes Hanley, and he wants to know, how did Naomi find out about CPW and the training?
So I'm actually from London, and I moved to Coventry about 2-3 months ago for uni. So I go to University of Warwick, and I wanted to I was doing a lot of research of like things I can do in Warwick. I'm into museums, but I've always been like a massive wrestling fan. So I was just like, oh my God, is there like a wrestling promotion? I can see shows every week and stuff. And I found CPW, and I went to a show, I think 15th of August or something. It was the first show after lockdown. And I actually met Aaron's cousin. And
You did, didn't you?
I was just asking her about training, and she told me about Aaron, and she said that CPW does training. And I actually saw the women's match with Chantal and Lucy, and I was just like, oh my God, I want to do that. And my mind was made up, and as soon as I got home, I signed up for training and stuff. And I was coming from London on the commute for like the first 3 weeks of training. And once I got to Warwick, and like I live here now, I was just going to training all the time and going to the shows and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. That's amazing. Like I say, like the fact that you did the research and you did the investigation, shall I say? I don't know why I said investigation, not like you're a police officer. But you did your research, you found us, and you took the initiative to get involved and sign up for the Superstar Project and come along to training, and now that you're involved in CPW. Whilst we're on the topic of CPW, and whilst we're talking about you joining CPW and everything like that, what we'll do now is we'll go over to our main man, Dal Richardson, and we'll get some questions from Dal regarding, your time so far in CPW and wrestling in general. So Dal, over to you, mate.
Right. Wes has took a lot of my material to be fair.
Damn that Wes Hanley.
So thanks for that, Wes.
Like Wes.
So basically, what I want to do, obviously, you said you're a student at Warwick Uni. So can you tell us what you're studying at Warwick Uni and give us a bit of information about what you're doing there?
I study physics and astrophysics.
What?
That's smart stuff. That's smart stuff.
Can I swear in this?
Yes.
No shit.
What? Say what?
No shit.
Again?
It's fine.
No shit. Yeah, I study physics and astrophysics. It's a 4-year course. Warwick allow you to do an integrated master's, which means I leave with a master's degree instead of a bachelor's, which is like, yeah, cool. But I can do 3 years. But yeah, I do physics and astrophysics. I'm a bit of a science girl.
Right, so
you gotta break that.
Yeah. Right. So what's your once you get to the end of your course, what's the objective for you afterwards? Where do you want to go after that? Do you know?
So before I started wrestling training, I always had the idea of doing like systems engineering, which is kind of a mix of like management in engineering companies and like using science to say that this design is crap, this design is good, and sign off on things. Just to like look at things and say yes and no instead of come up with the ideas was always like something that was very appealing to me. But I mean, it's like starting training and thinking really deeply about it. I don't like to think very much in the future. I like to think, oh, what am I going to do tomorrow type thing.
You're
So,
young, you can do that. It's fine.
yeah, but I really do love training, and I would see myself, taking this. I do see myself taking like wrestling very seriously, and all of the other aspects like commentary, refereeing from last.
Yeah, which we spoke about.
But at the moment, I don't have like. After my degree, I'm definitely going to do this. I'm kind of like, I'm just living life on the edge, really.
Yeah, like we've spoken about when it comes to the refereeing. We spoke to you about it last week. So basically what you're saying is after this you want to like take wrestling to the next level, be as a professional. Is that how you want to go? As you want to go as far as you can? You believe you can get all the way to the top?
I feel like if I put in, so I'm the type of person who I put in effort into things I actually care about, and I realize that the reason why I come to training and I get nervous is because I genuinely care about it. So it's something that in the future I would want to, like venture in like properly, and I feel like I am doing properly anyway, but actually see it as a viable career for me.
Yeah. That's great. That's great that you believe that. So as you said, so you found the CPW, you signed up with the CPW Supersrtars Project.
Yeah.
So how exciting was that for you when you first got that signed up and you knew you were coming to training?
I was literally so excited. I was so excited that I was like disturbing my dad, and I was doing like, so I was Googling how to do a front bump, how to do a back bump and stuff. And like my dad would be asleep and I would wake him up and just do bumps on his bed while he'll be sleeping. Like it was genuinely such an exciting thing because I've been a wrestling fan for as long as I can remember. And to actually be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get into the ring, something I've seen on the TV for my entire life, was like the holy grail for me. But that excitement quickly turned into nervousness the closer it was getting. About like 2 weeks before, even from when I first like stepped foot, I got there 45 minutes early. I was like, oh my God, I hope I'm not going to be late and all that stuff. And I was really nervous. But, I'm still nervous to this day. That's kind of a me thing. But I do feel very comfortable and actively like comfortable and happy in the space I'm in.
Yeah. You know, we're all nervous. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all going to shows and events and whatever we do. If you don't get, you always get a bit of nerves when you're going into something. Now, as I say, you seem to be very passionate about your wrestling. So who is it that in wrestling that you've watched that inspires you, that said to me, I'd like to be like her or like him, or I'd like to do this or I'd like to do that in wrestling in general, professional wrestling?
So the wrestler type I've always wanted to be like is like a brawler powerhouse. So someone who gets down and dirty, but someone who has power moves, who can lift, who can slam. And the person for me was Kurt Angle. And like massive Kurt Angle fan, massive Mickey James fan. I grew up with John Cena, so it's like he's like my childhood hero. But it was definitely them who were like most influential. So even with the moves, I was like to Nathan, oh, these are the ones I want to try out. It was mainly Kurt Angle moves. But yeah, pretty much them.
Yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you can't. How can you argue? Looking up to Olympic gold medalist, so you can't really argue with that. I mean,
he won the Olympics with a broken neck.
That's right.
First, can I just say, I have heard, Naomi, that you do a blinding spine buster.
I do a spine buster.
I've heard that it's really good as well. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to see it, and I've heard that it's really good.
Right.
I do like the spine buster. I'm not gonna lie. I do the Arn Anderson one. So like, I love The Rock. Don't get me wrong. But it's just the spine buster where it's like lift and then No, I need the 45 degrees. You get what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you need the 45 degrees.
Fine Buster's awesome.
Yes.
Right then, before I continue, Aaron, is anything on the YouTube for Naomi or the rest of us?
Yes, there is. I'm loving it. It's blown up really since Naomi started coming on. Ride Dog has come back and says that Naomi, she's just smart. Like you said, she's got a big brain basically. So when she's awake, you know what I mean.
Which is barely any.
Yeah. Shorty said, "So glad you signed up to become part of our family. Can't wait to watch you grow." Ride Dog saying the same. Glad you're part of this family. Shorty saying that we love you. What we got? Ride Dog said she did a strike on me and she took my jaw off. Little Ride Dog.
Well, then, yeah.
That is true. That's not even an exaggeration.
What else we got? Carrie, she sure does have a good spine buster, Carrie said.
Thanks, mate.
So, they're all going. I want to say hello to Martin's other half, Susan, who's joined us tonight as well.
Susan.
We love you, Susan.
We love Susan.
We do love Susan because she's part of Martin, and that makes a beautiful couple in my eyes. So that they're all loving the fact Naomi on Demand is part of our family now.
Oh my god, I was literally so nervous. You have no idea. Like genuinely, because I knew that it was CPW was like a family, and like that is beautiful, and it's like being part of a family is what you want, you know, especially coming from London and being homesick, and I feel like homesick already and stuff like that. But it's like when you're kind of like the new girl coming into an already established place, just like coming in already, that it feels really anxious. I've never felt so welcomed and so loved in such a short period of time. Thank you guys.
Lee, what was it like being the new girl when you joined?
Oh well, you know, like I'm always the short girl, so I didn't mind being the new girl. But
there wasn't very many of us when Lee joined, mate. We're only a small group then.
There was about 8 people at training. That was it, and that was on a good day, you know. Now there's like 15, you know. Well, now we're just 12 max, but you know, like it was a lot different then. But it was the same with me as well, mate. CPW made me feel at home, and that's why, you know, I know everyone else will always try their best to make new people feel welcome, make new people feel like they're a part of a family, because I've met some of my best friends through CPW. People like you ugly goat-looking bastard. You know, you're like a brother to me now. You know what I mean? But that's it.
So into a compliment, we love it.
You can't give him too much. You've got to like a bit of butter and a bit of piss. You know, that's how you got to be. But it's.
I like that. A bit of butter and a bit of piss. That's my sort of thing.
Perfect in a sandwich.
Yeah. What you don't know, Naomi, is next to his bed is a picture of me in a brown panties.
You stop saying this.
No, there
you
isn't.
know what? I'm not even going to ask to see it because I know it's there.
We all know the truth, Aaron. If he loved you that much, he wouldn't have stole your kebab that time.
But a massive shout out to Aaron's cousin Danny, though.
Yes.
It's like, because she was so lovely to me and nice to me, that was the sole reason where I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this a go. Like, if she wasn't, then I wouldn't be like here right now. I'd just be in my room watching Netflix, doing nothing with my life.
It's crazy because, like, I was studying.
I'm sorry, you can't be doing nothing with your life. You're still studying physics and fucking astrophysics.
That's
you know?
true.
Lee went to University of Warwick. He had a cleaning job there once. Anyway, let me get back to what I was going to say. Yeah, so It's really funny you say that, Naomi, because my cousins that you met, they're from Portsmouth, and they actually came up for that show, especially
You said,
to like I was saying to you in the car, to surprise me, and Mr. Richards and my wife sorted it out. And I'm in the locker room, my phone's going like crazy. I'm like, who's this? It's my cousin Danny going, there's a girl sitting next to me, and she wants to be a wrestler. Can you help her out? And I'm like, yeah, sort of thing. You know, I'm trying to get ready for my match, and I'm like, this girl, she really wants to be a wrestler. I was like, okay then.
Whilst we're on the subject of superstars, let's stay there for a moment. How has the Superstar Project been for you, Naomi? You know, how have you found this process? You know, coming into training, not knowing, obviously knowing wrestling as a fan, but then actually finding out about wrestling. How have you found the process? Are you enjoying it? Obviously, you are because you're still here. That's a stupid question.
Smiling and I'm laughing. So
you know, are you excited to get down to where your first match and everything like that?
So it's been a massive. So okay, I'm gonna start with like the obvious positives. I've met incredible people, like people who've been wrestlers for a long time, people who've been training. Look, everyone is so incredible. I mean, I can't quite think of another word, but it's just such an incredible space to be in. And actually meeting pure wrestling fans and being able to talk about just wrestling with people has been so valuable. You know, I came into it a bit naive, being like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do a moonsault week 1 and stuff like that.
They all do.
I still do.
I was like, week 1 was, I don't know, Nathan, if you remember the power bomb. No, not power bomb. Do you remember my reaction?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I felt really bad after the first session because I was at the back of the line and everyone took the power slam.
Oh,
body slam.
Power slam. I was thinking it. I was like, I remember doing it, but I can't remember being a power bomb. I was like, but
everyone took the power slam like a boss. So I was in the line like, oh, she took it well. Oh, she's smaller than me. Okay, so I'm ready for this. I got in the ring for the first time. Nathan gave me a powerbomb and I literally shouted, oh my God.
Can we clarify it was not a powerbomb? I do not want to get told off for powerbombing someone on their first session, please.
Nathan, you banged out of order powerbombing.
It was definitely a body slam.
It was a body slam.
I don't get people in the ring on their first session and go, hi, powerbomb, push.
But dude, that was
wrestling.
Terrifying. I was shitting myself already, and then after that, and then Will was like, "Oh, do it again," and I was like, "Oh my god!" But as the weeks went on, I was feeling a lot more comfortable in the space with, you know, you guys, the trainers, with the people I was training with, and it's like I was getting a hang of it, and I was able to do like moves I've always wanted to do and stuff. So yeah, it's just been really fun. And it's also been a big escape from uni as well, because studying physics and astrophysics, I get work all the time. Like I have 2 things due in at midnight. I haven't even done them yet.
Naughty.
Naomi, it's fine. I remember doing that at uni as well. Last minute. It's all good. It's all good.
This is the last week of uni, so...
Yeah, it's all good. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
But
sorry, Naomi. First time you took a flip bump, because I remember for me, that was the scariest thing for me. I mean, it's not for me now. It's nothing. But then I was shitting myself. How did you feel?
So I had done a lot of flip bumps when I had disturbed my dad's sleep, entered his bedroom, and bumped on his bed. And then I did a flip bump on the mat. So I haven't done it in the ring yet. But I remember doing a hip toss, and I was like, holy shit, like, rah. That feels so, because the ring, I remember CM Punk did a promo saying, "This is wrestling, this ain't ballet," and you don't truly, I feel like you don't truly understand that till you get into the ring and fall on your back.
Definitely, yeah.
So I've taken all of the I had like a bump in my lip and stuff, and I've taken all of that as really fun experiences. Like when I go home and I'm in pain in my thighs, I'm like, I'm in pain in my thighs because I'm trying to be a wrestler. Like that's cool. So yeah, I've enjoyed every minute of it, except for the first body slam I've taken. Other than that, it's been perfect.
I want to agree with you there, Naomi, because I think it's always exciting. We always have the same conversation. Myself, Mr. Richards, and Will, we always have the same discussion. And Dad as well. Every Superstars, when the new bunch come in, so those that are doing their first one, the innocence in everyone's reaction, the excitement in everyone's reactions, doing things for the first time. But also, we love it when it comes to the third or fourth week and we start discussing the moves, because it is always an exciting moment when it's like, okay, let's talk about moves, because like you say, Aaron still thinks he can do a 450, but it ain't happening.
No, I'll do a 4, then a 5, then a 0.
Like we sit there in anticipation. We sit there in anticipation, waiting to hear what people come out with. It's exciting moments, but what again, like I say, the Superstars thing is that innocence. Like I say, you come in from it at being a fan, and like the excitement in some people's faces when they're trying something for the first time they've seen on TV, or they're doing something for the first time that's been on TV, and it's just like, oh my god, oh my god, this is amazing. Oh my god,
a superplex from the top rope. Yeah, I literally came in saying I wanted to do that.
Yeah, I remember you doing that.
Talk about Superstars at the moment. Obviously, I said this at the start when we had the new bunch that came in this season round. Like, it's a very, very strong new bunch this time round. I'm very excited for the Superstar show to take place when it does take place, hopefully very soon in the new year. You know, I'm excited to see these matches, because there's a lot of young and good potential coming out of this Superstars project. Previously, that we've had amazing people come out of it. There's still people involved that are going to be doing big things, but also this new bunch that have came in. There's some exciting people for our CPW Galaxy to look out for in the future, especially Naomi being one of them. It's going to be exciting when the show happens. What I want to do then is go back to YouTube. I can hear it beeping off and blowing up again.
Going crazy.
So we've got any more questions for Naomi, and what are people talking about? Because let's get down to these questions.
Yeah.
No,
so
Aaron, Ricky is disrespecting you.
I know he is, isn't he? Ricky said the only 450 Aaron does is ordering the Chinese off the Chinese menu. So I came back with that's my bill, £450. So here we go. Let's get some questions. So Cod Pro Wrestling said, would you like to face Shorty at some point in the future? And is she someone you look up to?
Absolutely. So Shorty was one of the people I met on the first CPW show I came to before I signed up to training, and she was the one who spoke to me about training. And I've done a lot of commentary on some of her matches. I've spoken to her, I've trained with her. I feel extremely comfortable around her. There are some people who, when the first time you're with them, they're like a friend, like straight away, and it just clicks. And I feel the same way about her. And yeah, I just respect her so much as a competitor. So absolutely, I would want to face her at some point in the future, and I definitely look up to her.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, Shorty's a lovely girl. We all love Shorty.
Love you, Barry.
Yeah.
Shorty.
Still waiting to get in one of her music videos, you know. Just drop that hint.
You know what? She doesn't know this, but I've actually listened to one of her songs.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a short one.
So, Carrie Wrestling wants to know, who would Naomi like to face in CPW?
Ooh, that's interesting. Nathan.
Well, you want to powerbomb Nathan off the top rope?
Why am I in this? I don't want to fight
Okay.
that.
I don't know if Nathan remembers this, but there was one time where I could not do a spine buster on you without falling.
That's because he's a fat bastard.
That's just got fat, yeah. She got fat. I mean, she got fat. Shut up, Lee.
You, mate.
Lee, you know I can jump higher than you.
Yes, because you're taller than me. You know what I mean?
So Nathan, for that reason.
Okay.
All of the women on the roster, so you have Alfie Rogue as the women's champion. It would always be an honor to face either a former or a current women's champion, because you learn a lot by being in the ring with someone of that caliber. I've met a lot of girls, CPW girls, who I've seen their matches, I've commentated their matches. Kiara, Cat Von Cage. I've trained with you, Carrie. I've accidentally punched you, I think.
How many people are you going to punch?
Yeah. Are you just going to go through the whole roster just twatting people? Is that what it is?
Got to be champion. I'll put all the about action.
You know what? I feel like the more people I go into the ring with, the better of a competitor I will become.
Yeah.
Because the more type of... Sorry, I've got a screwdriver in my hand. That's really...
You're going to stop. What's going on? Coventry. She's been in Coventry too long now, lads. Fucking hell.
Wow.
The more people I face in the ring, the better, because you have... Why are you laughing?
Fuck. It's like you've got really passionate and angry about just wanting to fight people and gone and pick them a screwdriver to make sure that you win.
So
anyone with a screwdriver in your hand.
I think we've acknowledged that if she's not punching people in the face, she's asleep in the ring.
Yeah. She'll carry a screwdriver just in case.
Yeah. Why are you exposing me like this?
That's what we do. That's what we do.
You're the one that told everybody you've got a screwdriver in your hand. We didn't do it for you.
We give the hard-hitting questions, Naomi. This is proper journalism here.
Yeah. None of that rubbish bullshit stuff you see on other podcasts.
You've got the Pinot version of me.
Right. I wanted to bring this up earlier. I saw the glass of wine. Have you gone for a whole bottle of wine during this so far?
Yeah, good girl, Naomi. Good girl.
That's a yes, fair play.
Basically, I got a new job and so I'm decent at my job, but sometimes I get the coffee orders wrong. And a way I kind of segue is being like, oh, you got some Merlot. Oh, I prefer Pinot, but I just have like conversations like that. And one of the customers told me to buy this. It was pricey, as obvious.
Bless you. Right. Let's move on with some more questions.
I don't want to move on because the question was, Naomi, who would you want to wrestle?
Yeah, that's it. You're right.
You're being very picky and said everyone, which is fine, but you need to pick one person. That's the rules.
One person?
Fight the whole roster.
Mr. Richards for bullying me into getting on demand.
You don't want to be called the boss like that. No one who's ever called the boss out has survived or been the same again.
Because anytime, so I do commentary with Bossman, and anytime Will is wrestling, he always brings up the fact that Will did an elbow drop from him from the top of the prison cage. So it's like, in my match, that's the plan.
Oh, you're in trouble. You're in trouble, Naomi. Yeah.
Right, now we know who she wants to call out and face. Let's go back to the questions, Aaron, before yourself in the foot even more.
So, Conch Pro Wrestling wants to know, how how good does Naomi think our young cubs are? The likes of Charlie, Layla, Crystal, Ride Dog, etc.
So I've had many training sessions with all of the people you've made. Good. And it's, you know, seeing them in the ring, it's like, I actually make sure I watch them go through the drills, because it's like I learn a lot from them. Even though some of them are half my age, I actually learn a hell of a lot from them. So I think Ride Dog's splash, whew, like that is a move one day I hope to be able to even try, let alone master like he has. Layla and Crystal probably are the funniest human beings I've ever met. They are so funny. And I remember a time I went to training and I was in a really bad mood. And I was like, you know, one of those types of moods when you don't want to talk to anyone. Yeah, I was in that mood. And both of them were talking to me and they made me laugh so much. I forgot that I had been so pissed off at the time. Like, they are so incredible and so funny. And Charlie, I mean, he's the champion. He's a champion. So it's my opinion's irrelevant. I'm not a champion. You know?
Talking about being champions, COD Pro Wrestling have said, with us making a CPW Academy Women's Championship very soon, is that a prize that Naomi would aim to win in the next year?
Yes. I mean, if, you know, Emma seems to be the one obstacle for me in general. Emma Cross, I'm talking about Emma Cross. I don't know if she's still here.
Well, yeah, she's hiding in a corner. She's in a corner somewhere.
But I've always been a go big or go home type of girl. And, you know, I wouldn't say I'm competitive in order to be other people, but I'm competitive in order to be the best I can personally be for myself. And, you know, championship would be great. I mean, think about all of the Facebook photos and Instagram photos all of my relatives would be sharing.
Brilliant.
Nathan, stop laughing at me.
I love that. Like, I can't wait for those Facebook photos, Instagram photos. Amazing.
Yeah, you know you've done it, mate. I done it when I won the New Blood, mate. Oh, it's fucking Facebook. Oh, mate, it's plastered everywhere. Alex Connors has been doing it.
Connors straight away.
You know you do it. Everyone does it, mate.
Yo, Cup Audible got the title and lost it in 3 minutes and still posted about it.
My boy,
Come on.
for him. Oh.
It's tradition. We're not going to lie. It is tradition.
But it's just, personally, I feel like a championship represents a lot. I say a Facebook photo, I say an Instagram photo, but it represents a graft, like training hard, working hard, you know. So I would be honored to even get to the position of, you know, at least trying to accomplish something like that, let alone having such championship. So that is, you know, yeah, I look up to Chantel, Alfie, you know, former champions, current champions, because I think it's a big deal to get a championship, to be the number one contender, you know, to have a match to become the number one contender. You know, I feel very much bottom of the ladder, so I'm very grateful for any position I'm given in.
It's funny you say that about looking up to people, because Lee looks up to quite a lot of people as well.
Every time. Any chance you get to make a crack up, mate, I swear to
stop.
Aaron, you take the piss out of my height 13 or 14 more times, mate, and it's done. It's done, mate. I tell you, it's done.
I like how he's giving you 13 attempts.
13 or 14 more times.
You can't count to 13, so I'm all right.
I'm going to keep a tally chart tonight every time. And then when it gets to 12, I'm like, Aaron, you got one more, mate.
So if I have 13, is it 13 and 14? You know what I mean? I just don't know now.
Well, I'll decide when I get closer to the point.
Before I pass it back over, just a few more people talking. Ricky Hewitt says, to Naomi, feel free to punch Emma Cross.
That's her uncle.
That's her uncle, so
You know what? I'll punch her by accident.
yeah.
Well, all I'll say is you saw how she twatted the cage door on Will Starr's head. You know,
Yeah.
watch her because, you know, she's mean. You know, so you're going to do it. Hit her with a stick from behind and then run away. That's what I'd do.
Do you know what,
So-
though? Emma Cross, I don't like Emma Cross. I'm not going to lie. She always beefs me. But I also do look up to her because she's what I would categorize as like a bad bee. Like she does what she wants and she doesn't give a damn. She does whatever, you know, and I've always wanted to kind of be like that. So Emma Cross, I'll beat you up, but I still respect you. That's enough.
Anything else, Aaron?
Yeah, so we've got Harry Coulson's joined us now. Evening, Harry.
Harry.
Hello, Harry.
Ride Dog says, I look up to so many people in CPW, but Mr. Richards has helped me so much in CPW and general. But the main thing CPW has made me realise everything is possible and achievable.
Yeah.
Ride Dog, big respect to you there, Ride Dog. That's some good words from a young pup like yourself, man.
Mr. Rich, the best guys ever. And, you know,
I agree.
That ain't sucking up. He's helped me out a lot. You know, he's a good bloke. And yeah, CPW is, you know, has helped all of us for a lot of shit. And I'm glad it's been there for you, Roy Dog. And we always will be, bro. Always.
I really appreciate his honesty.
Honesty.
Honesty. I remember I was literally training and I was really tired. And I got up and he was like, why are you being so slow? I was like, I'm just being slow because I'm not fit.
We can all sit here and put our hands on our heart and tell you and everyone that we've all had an experience feels Mr. Rich's honesty.
Oh yeah.
We've all experienced the honesty.
Yeah, big time.
Myself and Aaron probably more than others. Dale's had his fair share as well.
Mate, my first big match was with him, a history, and I had some shit to think about after that match, I'll tell you now. But it made me a better wrestler, you know, the shit he told me. You know, like you say, if you don't get that honesty, if you don't get that straightness, you're not going to improve. You know, you need it.
He tells you how it is.
Yeah.
If he thinks you're bullshitting, he will tell you. Stop the bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I respect that.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm the type of person who needs that. Like, yes, at the time I will feel like crap, but I need to know that I'm not doing something good enough, because next time I will do it good enough.
You want to do better, yeah.
You know, you always want to improve, and you always want someone who, one, believes in you, which I feel like Phil is Mr. Richards' type to believe in any person who comes in his space. But you always want someone who will be honest with you because you want to improve.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, for a referee's point of view, every time I was doing matches, people were saying, "Oh, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job." I'd rather they turned around to me and said, "You've done this wrong, and that wrong." But then I know what I can improve of in the future.
Yeah.
And Bill is that man who says to you, "You were that you did that wrong. You did that wrong. You should have been there. You should have been there." That's what I would prefer, so I can improve and do better next time.
Do you know what, Dale? I agree with that. Like, do you know when you come out of a match and people say, "Oh, you're really good. Oh, I love this. I love that. Love that." Or somebody say, "Oh, that was a shit match." I always say to them, "What does the boss say?" And it's what he says. So people might say to me, "That was a real crap match, but I didn't enjoy that match." But then if I walk out and the boss say, "You know, that was really good. I really like that match." I don't care what they say. If the boss is happy, you know what I mean? That's me happy because he tells you how it is.
It's the same the other way around, isn't it? When you have people blowing smoke up your ass just because they don't want to offend you, and you know you want to just think you've been amazing if you haven't, but then you know, I mean, he'll fucking tell you, and like we've all had that, and you want that to improve. You're never going to improve if people are just bullshitting you. And yeah, that's the best thing. Yeah.
Going on to that though, like Friday, after the show happened on Friday, what made me get more goosebumps? Obviously, we worked so hard to get the show there for the fans. Had it on pay-per-view. What made it mean more is obviously we went out there and everyone did their matches. Everyone went out there and entertained the crowd, the Galaxy watching. But the fact is that the boss was happy with everything that happened on the matches that night. That shows a lot. Like to me, like if he's happy with everything's happened on there, that's a good show. That means a lot to obviously the people that have worked hard in that on the show, on the matches. And I think that's, again, with Aaron, like I say, it doesn't matter how you feel about your match. Obviously, you want to go out there and have a good match and have a really good match. But at the end of the day, what matters is the boss. If he's happy, that's the person you've got to impress. At the end of the day, he's the one that makes the decision. So, I agree with you on that one. Aaron, quickly, anything else happening before we move on?
Yeah, so let's welcome to the Mr. Richards Appreciation Show, shall we? We'll just take the name of this now, can't we? We all love him. And I got told off him a couple of weeks ago that he didn't look like the footballer from Nottingham Forest. Remember I said he had like the old pineapple haircut? He had a go at me and said, no, he was more the Trevor Sinclair. So my bad. I want to put that up. Yeah. I blamed you, Dale. I said Dale told me.
Oh yeah, well, everyone blames me for something.
So let's have a look. Jimmy Vice is online. He's obviously
Exceptional. Standard.
He's obviously come to see how Naomi gets on and whether he's still top dog on the leaderboard. Probably, I'd say.
That will be true. We've got that later on tonight. That's cool.
Everyone's just saying the same. Everyone's just saying, Mr. Richards, he's the man, basically. Right, dog, Mr. Richards don't give a damn. He says it how it is, and it's for the best. Shorty, the utmost love and respect and appreciation for Mr. Richards. Yeah, man, it's all about Mr. Richards now. So, Naomi, you might want to just go, Naomi, tell you the truth. No, I'm joking.
Oh, come on.
anyone find it interesting?
So is that not interesting to you, Nathan?
Has anyone found it interesting that we've had all these episodes of Talking Madness, but we are yet to have the boss himself feature on Talking Madness? One day we'll have the boss on.
One day.
You know what?
I'll talk to him about it.
Fingers crossed, everyone. We can get the boss on.
I would love to have the boss on here.
He's a very busy man. It's hard to get him his time. He's a very busy man at the moment. So
do you know, Nathan? Do you know one of the reasons, Nathan, I want the boss on here?
Not ask him uncomfortable questions.
Nah, because he rips the shit out of Nathan and it makes me laugh every time. He takes Nathan to new level.
That means Lee won't be the butt of all the jokes. It'll be me.
No, like literally, I could sit there for an hour and just watch the boss just rip Nathan. And still want more.
Genuinely, guys, I've had actually a pretty bad week, so I'm so glad you guys asked me to do this. So thank you so much. I've had like the worst week. Yeah, lockdown is difficult. So, thank you so much.
I'm thinking, I know it's difficult for me to think, but I'm thinking, why is the exceptional Jimmy Vice has now Jimmy Vice?
Nathan, get away.
Why is the exceptional Jimmy Vice has now joined us? Let's go back to the pay-per-view, and let's talk about that main event. Tomby versus Jimmy Vice versus Casey Wilde, triple threat coffin match. And what a match it was. So it had everything. Those three went to war. And it was one hell of a match. Former champion in Jimmy Vice. Casey Wilde trying to get his first title and Tommy trying to get the heavyweight championship. All going to war. Obviously, Tommy, the coffin match was his speciality. He came out in the coffin in front of Dan Evans. He brought the coffin into CPW. He was favourite going in probably in regard to it being a coffin match. You could have Jimmy Vice as the favourite, being a former champion, or you could have Casey as the favourite, being the underdog, trying to win his first title in CPW. However, at the end of the night, end of the match, it was Tomby that came out on top and became the new CPW heavyweight champion. Let's go up to that point. What do we think of the match? Naomi and Lee, you were at ringside. What do you think of that match? And let's just stop at that result there. Tomby became the new heavyweight champion.
I just want to say, first of all, mate, just by definition, and because I do like correcting you, that by definition, with Casey being the underdog, he couldn't have been the favourite. So I just wanted to say that, just to shut your mouth a little bit.
Why can't an underdog be the favourite?
Scientifically, that is correct.
Yeah.
An underdog can still be the favourite. They've got grit, determination.
Anyway, up until that point, the match was fucking crazy. It was, there was so many points where, I thought each one of them were going to win at each point. But Jimmy, I might not like him. He might be a lollipop sucking ball end, but he did the right thing, yeah? At the start of the match. Let Tomby and Casey go for it. And just get out, Just get out of the way. Let's just let them fight and then I'll jump in. He did. That's smart. You know what I mean? Especially when you're in there against somebody with like Tomby. He knows coffins like I know beer. It's coffins and graveyards for him is home. So I'd have been scared shitless going into that match with him. But just up until that last point, when Tomby finally managed to push him in, it was. I didn't know who was going to win. I was going in there thinking Tomby, but halfway through the match, I didn't have a fucking clue.
I've always loved stipulation match, and do you know what? I really loved how the fact that there were 4 prison matches, but for the main event, we're not going for a prison match. We're going for a coffin match, which is the triple threat. So. Always going in, I was excited from the get-go. And I always said Tomby. And the match was great. It showed Jimmy Vice to be calculated, to be one of those intelligent competitors who knows to, save his energy. Because, he was involved in about 10 minutes of the match out of 20. He stayed out of the ring for the majority of it.
Smart.
It's... someone would see it as cowardly. I see it as intelligent. Something to look forward to. But you know what? It was less of the match itself and more of the aftermath, because that was something I did not expect whatsoever. I did not. One, we have the golden ticket, cash in, and every time I've commentated, Oddball has always come to my desk and given me the golden ticket, and I've always taken it and been like, okay, yeah, I'll keep it safe. But there's never been a point where I've been like, he's going to cash in today. And the fact that he did, and then he won, was a massive deal, to get what I mean.
Let's stop you there, Naomi, because obviously that's what happened after Tommy had won. And it was exciting to see. Like you say, He's had that golden ticket for a while, but first of all, obviously, Tomby becoming CPW heavyweight champion for the first time in his career in the last 6 years. Something that he's worked for really hard and really wanted in a long time. But what happened after that was earlier on in the night we had seen that Jimmy Vice had joined the dynasty of Dominic de Winter, and they came out with James Cross and Dingo Danny Doherty. They all came out and put boots to Tomby after he just won the title, which then led to what Naomi just said. Oddball taking that opportunity and cashing in on Tommy to become the heavyweight champion. So back to you, Naomi. What happened? What was your thoughts when you sat there? Obviously, you know, everyone happy for Tommy winning, and then we saw Dominic come out with his dynasty and do what they did.
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't really have much respect for champions who don't actively deserve the championship. So, you know, when Kurt Pilskin cashed in and won the championship, I was okay with that. It was a deserved win. I was happy for the win. But when we have our general manager coming out, you know, and just laying a beat down with his man down, what the hell is that?
But what about the beatdown beforehand? Because we're missing the beatdown that happened thing. Like, Oddball only won that championship off the back of James Cross.
I mean, let's be fair.
That is true.
Let's think about it.
Maybe it's because I'm an Oddball stan. I mean, I've seen a lot of matches where Dingo, when Oddball has refereed Dingo's matches, and Dingo has been nothing but disrespectful to him. And, you know, I felt anger and frustration on Oddball's behalf. So seeing him have the win, despite what led to that win, I was very happy for him. But what really pissed me off was Alex Connors becoming the champion after such an event. Like,
But wait. Right, let's think about this. I mean, I love Oddball, yeah. Oddball's like a brother to me. He's a great lad. But I mean, as much as I love him, Nathan, you know this as well. I mean, you've got to know that there's no way in hell, if Tommy didn't take that fucking beat down from Dingo and James Cross, there's no way Oddball would have been able to beat him. I honestly don't think that.
This is what I wanted to get into, because as much as Naomi says she was happy for Oddball after everything's happened, but I don't think anyone looked on Facebook. There was so much hate to Oddball. Everyone was hating on him for doing it. When he then lost it to Alex Connors, everyone said he deserved it. It's what he deserved for doing that to Tom B. Because end of the day, what he did was, it was business. He saw an opportunity and he cashed an opportunity, which is what the golden ticket is. You know, previous people have all done the same. Well, the majority of the previous holders have done the same.
It's sensible. It's what you should do. Like, if you get that opportunity, you know, you can just cash it in whenever you want. So when somebody's down and out, but all I'm saying, as proud as Oddball as I was, and I really was, I was so happy to see him, like, for that 10 seconds that he was champ. I was happy to see that. But, you know,
you're mocking it.
No, I'm not. He was on paper. My man was heavyweight champion. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. He has been now one time CPW heavyweight champion. It doesn't matter how long. It doesn't matter what happened. He's been champ.
But surely you can't say that Alex Connors is worthy of a championship. I mean, it's pure corruption through and through.
I don't like him at all, but he is. You know, you can't deny it. He's an intelligent motherfucker, and he's a brilliant wrestler. You know, I don't like him at all. I can't stand the guy. You know, and that motherfucker he hangs around with, I can't stand him at all.
Oh. Alex Connors.
Let's Dale talk. Go on, Dale.
Has been the stuff that he's done throughout the years since he arrived in CPW. You know, with the tag team champions with the Hillbillies, and now with a coalition. I mean, you can't argue with his credentials. He's a former Galaxy champion. So his credentials are there. He's won championships. So to say that he's not worthy to be the champion, not quite sure if I agree with that. But
with the way he won the championship,
he's not worthy of that championship. I think.
But this is where I stand on it.
He got his championship match, with the way he won the championship match, he doesn't deserve it.
If I had that power to be able to put myself in a championship match and to give myself all of the odds, you know, I can't say that I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like
But I would still say that's an abuse of power.
I'd still do it. And if he's got the power, I can understand him doing it. You know, like,
Me, you have no morals.
No, of course I don't. I'm the hard-partying hooligan. No. Go on, mate. Sorry.
It's all right. Don't worry. Let's not talk over each other. That's why I'm just waiting patiently.
Sorry.
I don't apologise. It's about time I did not talk for once, probably. I'm trying to let more people talk. I'm getting good at it. I'm going to look at this way. What Oddball did was what he's allowed to do in the contract. Cash him whenever he wants. And he took advantage of a moment and cashed in and became champion. Then Alex Connors gets his group to beat down on Oddball. And he does what he can do in his power, which is make matches as a manager when he wants. In theory, in technicality, there is not much difference between what Oddball did and what Connors did. They both used the power that they had to become champion. Oddball used the power of the golden ticket to become champion and pin Tommy. And then Alex Connors used the power that he had to then become champion and beat Oddball. What that does mean, though, is the heavyweight landscape right now is crazy. You've got Dan Evans, who had the title stripped from him, who would be probably future down the line want to have a rematch for his title. You've got Tomby, who got cost the title, will want a rematch to fight for that title. Oddball, the same. Jimmy Vice, Casey Wild, all in the same situation where they lost the match and will probably want a rematch for a title. The heavyweight title platform right now is crazy going forward.
Even Dingo as well.
Nah, no one cares about him.
You love Dingo. Listen, you leave Dingo alone. He's the most cutest wrestler ever.
Obviously, Oddball will want to get his own back on Dingo. Tommy might want to have a go at the Dynasty for costing him the title. There's a lot that could happen now. It's interesting to see what goes on from here. What's happening on YouTube, Aaron, about this?
Right, let me just take that hat off because my head's getting really warm. Right, so let's just let's go through this. We're talking about getting the boss on the show, and I think we've got a good one here. He is saying he will be pulling up on the Christmas special.
Oh yeah.
Yes. He loves CPW.
I have asked him if he's bringing the cake, but he hasn't told me yet. So I'll wait to hear from that. Mr. Richards has said that that match was a 5-star main event, and it goes straight into the top 5 main events in our history.
That's a big thing. That's a big thing.
Huge.
Wow.
Yeah, Comms Pro Wrestling wants to know, if I just back on up a little bit here. Let me see if I can find it. And it was towards Naomi.
I've got it, by the way.
Yeah.
It says, does Naomi think Casey Ward should take us to the wrestling police for keeping him in the coffin for over 15 minutes?
Okay, so
true story. Cold. He took the finisher.
I actually forgot he was in the coffin.
I didn't.
I ain't gonna lie. If you take
No, genuinely, he opened the coffin and I was like, oh my God, it was crazy in there. And I was like, I forgot you in the coffin. So I think he should go to wrestler's court. You know, not take me to court because I had nothing in, there's no litigation in my name. All in boss mans. Don't grass!
Hey!
I mean, no offense, if you've ever taken the occult assault, you don't know what's going on for about 20 minutes after that. So, I mean, I don't think he knew where he was.
That would be terrifying.
He ain't got a leg to stand on. You know, I don't think he knew where he was.
So
the occult assault, you're out cold.
If we keep going through it, the exceptional Jimmy Vice says exceptional intelligence.
Yeah.
So obviously we've been bigging him up. Well, I haven't.
Yeah.
And I know Nathan ain't. Martin said, I thought Casey was going to be in there all night just for the hell of it. I was talking about being in a coffin.
You know what? I'll be very honest. If Casey was expecting one of us to open the door to let him out, he would have stayed there all night.
No,
He was pissing in the wind. That's right.
There's the breathing hole. He was fine.
nah, he tried to get out, but somebody stopped him from getting out, I heard.
That was not me.
You posh bastard. Get down.
Yeah, I might put my hands on the coffin.
Anyway, Aaron, what else happening?
That is true.
So Rod Dog says, I was jumping up and down when that happened. He's on about the Kurt cashing in. Awesome.
Yeah.
Then I was down on the ground when Connors came out.
I remember that. That's true. He was.
Yeah.
He was crazy.
Shorty said it must have got a bit claustrophobic in that coffin. Well, I mean, sure, if you want to find out, we can maybe get the coffin laid out for you. You can pop in there.
I mean, it's 7 foot long. I mean, as long as you're not 7 foot or taller, you'll be all right in there. Comfy.
Yeah.
I'll be sweet.
Mate, you can have one of the little ones, but they're big.
I could live with it.
That would be really scary.
So what we got? Ricky Hewitt put James Cross rocks. So what is he, Rock or James Cross? Which one is he? You know.
Carry on,
He's
Aaron.
the real
Right, what else we've got here? Let's have a look. We're going through here. I think, oh yeah. We've got Ride Dog saying, well, I'm sorry, I wouldn't cash it in on anyone if they was on their feet, as they've not a good chance of me walking out as champion. So basically he's saying if the person's down, he's gonna cash in on them. That's I like that.
Which is smart.
But then he's also said, me and Mr. Richards are gonna lay the smackdown on the coalition. He keeps going on about this. He's got Mr. Richards backing him up, and he thinks he's gone from a pug dog to like a Rottweiler.
I think Ride Dog and Mr. Richards are gonna win. That's
Whatever. You would say that.
I mean, you've got, sorry. Yeah,
Sorry.
anyone who has Mr. Richards in their corner has got the advantage of a hand there.
Honestly.
Big shout out to seeing Shaz, who's joined us, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But so that's it really. What have we got here? This one's obviously going to you, Nathan, from Ride Dog. He says, yeah, but Nathan Connors keeps abusing his powers. Oddball only could use it once. So what he's saying is Oddball can only cash in once, but Connors can abuse it as many times as he wants.
That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah. All right.
But I don't think we should accept that. You know
what the cookie crumbling? Nah, I hate when cookies crumble, especially get down your top.
No, if you don't. No, that's when they fall. It's classic.
Right.
Oddball won and deserved the chance to cash in to become the championship.
Well, all it just goes to show, like it says, like I'm going to go like Ride Dog says, that Oddball could only win when somebody's on the floor. As soon as there was a person in front of him, he lost.
True.
Wait.
Right. Anything else, Aaron?
No, that's it for me. That is it for me.
Awesome.
Right, I think we should go on to Lee then.
But what I want to do is just obviously let everyone know we've only got half an hour left, so we need to really start moving on with this show. We've got a lot to talk about, like I said at the start of the show. So we want to quickly move on to Lee and his questions quickly, so we can move on to the other stuff that we want to talk about tonight. So Lee, have you got any questions for Naomi?
Well, I'll keep it short and sweet, just like me. So, Naomi. You come from London, yeah?
Yes, I am a Londoner.
What part of London?
303. Southeast. So I'm kind of the London /
Millwall
person. So like Bexley.
Is that near the Millwall ground? You say South London, I think Millwall.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
I mean,
What?
London, South London.
By the way, is Coventry a town?
It's a city.
It's a city, isn't it?
It has a cathedral. It's a city.
Yes. Thank you for clarifying.
Right. So, being a London girl, are you a football fan? What football team do you support?
Arsenal, but
Oh, that's
but I refuse to watch their matches live because it gives me heart palpitations.
They lost today.
yeah.
Nathan, you didn't need to say that.
Well, you're not the only Arsenal fan, by the way. You know the head trainer is also an Arsenal fan.
Yes, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah. Will, the head trainer, is an Arsenal fan.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
So I mean, obviously, the main difference that everybody's going to know is that it's a lot cheaper living in Coventry than London. But is there any like other main differences apart from, you know, just less people? I don't know. What do you notice is not mainly different living in Coventry than London?
Yesterday I told Riley that I ride a bike, and he said a motorbike or a pedal bike, and I had no idea what he was talking about.
What?
What?
Pedal bike.
Was
Yeah,
that
a bicycle.
pedal?
I saw a bicycle. He said
Yeah,
a
like a
pedal
Boris bike.
So, all right, what was the answer?
pedal bike.
Okay.
Oh, right. Have you ever rode a motorbike? Just out of curiosity.
I have not. My granddad at like 70 something learned how to ride a motorbike. That is a true story.
That's like-
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He gave me his guitar. That's not his guitar, it's in London. So the weather in Coventry is worse than London. It's really cold. Really cold. Like I was telling Aaron about all of the Ubers I've gotten. Yeah, I was telling, because it's freezing cold, and you know, because in Coventry it's more windy, so it's worse. And in London, it's just, I could go out in these clothes and I don't need to wear a jacket, and I'll be cold, but I'll be fine. Here, I couldn't survive on that.
So when you were in London, did you just live with your parents, or did you?
Yeah.
So you just moved from your parents' house to where you're living now in a student accommodation? Yeah.
So at the moment, so I just have my dad. So my mum died when I was 14 years old.
Oh shit!
So
sorry.
For me, it's just my dad, me, and my brother.
Sorry,
No, that's all right. So it's just, that's why I always say my dad instead of my parents.
I think I saw a picture of you and your old man on your Facebook.
Yeah, because it was his birthday. Yeah.
He looks like a cool geezer. Yeah.
Yeah, he is really cool. He's really cool. He doesn't like the fact that I have a job, because he's like, first year, just relax, have fun. But you know, I kept the job anyway. But yeah, he's a really cool guy. And you know, the thing is, in Warwick Uni, there are a lot of people from London. So it doesn't seem very much far from home. But I still do get homesick. So since I got here, I've gone back to London about 2-3 times. None of them during lockdown because, you know, legal and that. But yeah, the only thing that's mainly different is the weather. Coventry is colder, it's rainier, it's windier, but it's also the only place where, you know, I found a new family, you know, with CPW. So, you know, I'd rather stay here than go back to London. So
that's nice to hear. That's great.
Naomi, is any of your flatmates watching this?
I don't know. So they went on a late night walk.
Oh,
so
okay.
I didn't know I was doing the podcast until Friday. So I'm going to send them the link. I sent the link to some of my friends.
So we can all, like, just in case they are, we can shout out, like, big up the Sherborne Massive.
Out. Can I do some shout outs?
Sherborne Massive.
Shout out to my dad.
Is your dad watching?
He's not. He's probably asleep right now. He's the type of guy who sleeps. Shout out to Hannah, Komal, Vina, Chloe, Sharma. So they were the ones who came with me to the Halloween show.
I was going to ask that. I was going to say, like, I'd seen you at shows with people. Were they the people that you live with? Yeah.
They were my flatmates. So some of them I'm living with next year. We're still looking for a house. But they weren't like massive wrestling fans, but the type of people I've become friends with, especially in my flat, they're the type who they're just there for the vibes, to hang out with each other. So they'll go to something. They'll go to a wrestling event with me just because it's something I want to do. So they'll just come with me to just have a time with me and just go to Wagamamas after, pretty much. Yeah, we love Wagamamas.
I mean, we usually go and get a kebab and beer after, but Wagamama's cool too, you know, that's fine.
Who's this Wagamama? Shush. Sorry. Who's this Wagamama?
Wagamama?
Yeah.
Aaron, please behave yourself.
I don't know her.
Wagamama. You've never heard of Wagamamas?
No.
To be honest, it's not worth the price.
Listen, we go to kebab shops that have got a 1-star rating.
If we're lucky, they've got a 1-star.
You know what I mean?
You know what? I've never bought a kebab.
Oh,
What?
right.
Genuinely, yeah.
Right. Next
Good
show,
night, see you later, we're off.
next show, you're coming with us after the show with
Yes.
kebab. That's
Yes.
it. No.
Yes.
Right.
I don't want to.
No, you are now. You are. You ain't got. There's no wanting about it.
You have to. No.
Like literally, we throw people in boots and just drive off with them.
Right, I think we probably need to move on from the questions and maybe.
I think it's time tonight before Naomi has more wine and I'm joking, Naomi. I'm joking.
Nath.
You know, before we move on, Nathan, before we move on, and we're talking about football, Naomi, why aren't you a supporter of Bexley FC?
Because I didn't actually grow up in Bexley.
Oh, okay, I'll let you off then.
I grew up in Lewisham. My dad was always an Arsenal fan. I'm, you know what? I would kind of describe myself as a daddy's girl. So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to support Arsenal too. I would watch Arsenal matches by myself.
Yeah.
Get like anxiety over them, like proper. But Bexley FC, that's a bit gross.
So basically not watching an Arsenal game with you.
So literally, you've just upset our Bexley FC fans now. They're all going offline.
I am so sorry. I love Bexley. Yeah. I love DA6. Best postcode in the country.
Backtracking.
Listen, guys. Before we go, I want to talk about one quick thing. Hopefully, let's be quick, very quick. What's it like, being a student now with all the restrictions and the pandemic? What is that like being a student right now?
So I feel very grateful with the fact that I'm not in the category of most vulnerable. Is that what it's called? Yeah, most vulnerable. So I can never be like I'm having the worst experience of my life, because some people literally can't go to the supermarket because they're 65 years old and they have, diabetes. So I'm very grateful for the fact that I'm in my certain, group of people. But before I went to uni, I was very much of a self-isolation person. I would be okay just being at home and stuff. But moving into Coventry, starting doing movie nights with random people I would meet and invite, not being able to go home as often as I wanted to, not being able to socialize as much as I've gone to. And not being able to go to wrestling training for about a month or something. That was very difficult. But I had a training session, this week, one next week. So it's getting easier, but there was a period of about 2 weeks where it was really difficult.
Okay. Yeah, go on, Nath.
I was going to say, if you are vulnerable or high risk, you get these cool letters from the NHS.
Yeah, my dad's got one of those.
It tells you all sorts of random information about it and what you can and can't do. It's quite an interesting read, to be honest.
Nathan, I've got an announcement to make.
Oh, go on then.
So Coventry Pro Wrestling has announced this Wednesday on the Next Gen Wrestling Moonlight pay-per-view, you will see a Taco versus Jimmy Vice.
Yeah. Nice.
It will
Go on,
happen.
Taco.
Exceptional versus familiar.
Let's go, Taco.
Taco.
time.
We've got, obviously, Ricky Hewitt said Jimmy Vice will kill Taco. Singing Shazza's gone Taco would win. So it's a bit of a mixed one there. Ride Dog has said, Lee, you got 20p for the phone box, mate.
Hang on. Is that an inside joke? I don't get it. Okay.
I'm not even going to try to explain it, but Ride Dog, dickhead.
And he's also said, plus, this is obviously to Naomi, she don't want to get her bike robbed. So I think he's saying chain your bike up while in Coventry.
That is an inside joke. That is an inside joke.
What's all these inside jokes, man?
I know, you know what I mean? I feel like
Yeah.
I'm an outsider here looking in, innit, on my own show.
You know what? We'll have our own inside joke.
My bike was stolen from Bexley Heath Station because I didn't screw it up, and I thought Bexley Heath was a safe space.
Naomi, I'll tell you what, I've had 3 motorbikes stolen, motorbikes outside my fucking house, yeah? Coventry's a shithole. Chain your bike up. Chain it up.
When he says motorbikes, he's on about little trikes.
Fuck off.
Let's move on then to Aaron's interesting fact of the week.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. I forgot this. Come on, Aaron. What we got?
What we got? This is brilliant, right? This actually is aimed at me.
Okay, that's a bit selfish.
Is it a fact about salmonella?
Oh, really?
I don't want to know.
That's another inside joke that
me and Dan on. It is. Sorry. So, my fact this week, it's everyone, but I feel like I do a lot of this the most. The average adult spends more time on the toilet than they do exercising. my wife's just laughed because she knows it's true. So, adults spend an average 3 hours and 9 minutes on the toilet each week, but will only spend 1 hour and 13 minutes doing physical exercise.
That's about right.
That's very believable.
My wife says that's about you a day, 3 hours a day. So that's my interesting facts that when that comes up in a quiz, you'll think of me on the toilet.
Right, good to know.
Do you know what, Aaron? You know the facts you gave last week about the cards?
Anders. Oh, the cards, yeah.
And the moustache. I actually had cards with me and it was right. Yeah.
Of course it's right. It is
right.
Of the week.
Don't give out false information.
No, I genuinely didn't believe it. It just felt too random, but it was genuinely legit.
Don't you dare not believe Aaron. Don't you dare disparage Aaron's intelligence. How dare you?
You might be at university, doing all quantum physics, thinking you're bloody Stephen Hawkins and that, whatever. You know what I mean? But when it comes to facts, you don't beat this man here.
Well, talking about intelligence then, let's put the intelligence to the question when we play this week's episode of You Suck.
No.
Yes.
Oh, no.
And also, we need to make this quick because Nathan's got an 11 o'clock curfew at his place.
Yeah,
obviously.
Listen, guys, before we go into our game, Nathan, shush. Go into our game.
Let's see the prize.
Apparently, we have a curfew of 11 o'clock. That's right, for Nathan. We've got to switch it off because Nathan's got a curfew and his flatmates won't let him continue. Is that right, Nathan?
We're not switching off at 11 o'clock. I'm just going to have to whisper.
Yeah, you can't whisper, mate.
Nathan's going to be like this.
So basically, what we're saying is after 11 o'clock, Nathan's going to be silent.
Maybe.
Yes.
Quieter.
Thanks for that.
A little bit quieter.
God.
Anyway,
so
let's wasting time.
Let's go on with the game. Let's go on the game. Now, Naomi.
Yeah.
You've seen the game, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah? You know what it's about.
Absolutely.
You know we have prizes.
Oh my God, yeah.
Wow.
What's my prize?
Do you want to see tonight's prize? Well, actually,
I've
there
been
is a
looking forward to until-
there is a picture of me as well, but I'll show you that afterwards. But so let's
No,
let's
it's
go.
Dale this time, isn't it?
Let's go
Just
for the
before we
first
show
one.
the picture. Everyone say good night to Ricky. Ricky's off. So thank you.
Night, Ricky. It is getting
Well,
late,
Ricky.
bless you. You know, obviously, matron's got to tuck you into bed.
Past Nathan's bedtime.
Anyway,
So-
right.
Come on, Aaron, get on with it.
Here we
Prize.
go then. So here we go. Here's your prize. Are we ready? If I go this way, here we go. Wow.
Yes, Dale. Oh, Dale. You look fucking smooth, mate. Shit.
Yeah, I
what?
accidentally hit my teeth at my table.
Dale, man, you look pimp. Shit.
Now, obviously, there's a second prize, which is me. This is me. That's just I've had my haircut since, obviously.
What
So-
the?
That's me, Dale. That's me.
Get your dreams.
So there's a picture of me or a picture of Dale. It's up to you which one you want, tell you the truth.
Dale.
Yeah.
Dale.
Dale.
Both.
There we
Dale.
go.
Which one would you like on your wall, Naomi?
Dale.
Dale, not gonna lie.
So are you telling me that you are going for this picture?
Yep.
Oh,
It
'cause
comes
you
with a
look-
bottle of WKD as well.
He looks fucking sexy there.
Look at him. That
Yeah,
the faces.
look at the trim.
That is saying
Oh,
the name's Bond.
bro.
Dale Bond, license to thrill.
I'm not gonna talk. I might act up.
Sorry, Dale. Dale, I love you. I love you, Dale. But do you know who Dale reminds me of in that photo?
No.
Has anyone seen Despicable Me or The Minion? He looks like Gru.
Dale, don't take that, bro.
Hey.
Don't take that. Dale,
Compared to yours, mate, that looks awesome, man.
Dale.
Oh, I'm not
Yo,
disagreeing.
I just
Dale.
googled Gru.
Dale, don't
I
take
don't
that. mate.
disagree. Dale, you look better than me. I do agree with you.
He looks
I
like
wouldn't
Uncle
know that.
Fester,
You
Dale.
know what? You know what? Lee was the best one. Lee was the
Yeah,
best.
I agree with that.
Lee was the best one. Let's be honest. I remember Lee's one. That was pretty good.
If I put my head here really still, I look like a portrait of Humpty Dumpty.
Do you know what? Don't mind me. I'm just going to sit here stroking Dale.
Thanks for that, Aaron. I appreciate it.
I wonder if I can do it where I. Look at Dale. Yeah.
I'm a
Just wanna
chin.
know what's like.
I'm a chin.
Are we going to play this game or not, you bastards? Come on.
Sorry.
We're not gonna
Sorry.
play.
We can't. We just look. It's that picture.
I can't get over Dale.
To reach, come on.
Aaron,
We
can you
can't
put
get over
that
Dale's
Lee's one?
sexiness. Dale's so sexy.
The Nathan Statham vibe was really like, whoo.
Are you?
Nathan
Oh,
Statham.
Yeah.
hold on. If I've still got it.
Would you rather have Nathan's, Naomi? Should I have
No,
Nathan?
no,
Oh,
I'm not
actually,
saying that. I'm not
Look,
saying
I've got one of Nathan as well.
stop.
I thought we
I'd
were
rather
playing-
have yours. Come on.
Look,
I
I've
just
got one
wanted
of
to
Nathan.
see Jason Statham again.
I
This
like
is
Lee's.
Nathan.
Lee's is better than mine.
Do
Okay.
you know what? To be honest, I'd rather have.
I've got one of Nathan if you want it. With hair. It's Nathan with hair.
Why?
I think I've got a wig like that.
There was no need.
Hey, I can't breathe.
Oh my goodness.
Can we play the game, please? Can we play the game, please? Just move on. Right. Dale, take control.
Oh
Dale,
God!
who's up first? Who's up first? Who's up first before doing it now? Dale, who's up first? Who's up first?
Wait, guys. That means Aaron has a safe picture of Susan Boyle.
Yes. Oh, that's so bad.
Right, guys, composure. Dale, who's facing Naomi first? Who's facing Naomi first?
We've got a fucking game to play. Come on, you bastards.
Right, come on. Let's get professional now. Let's get professional.
Okay. Professional.
Dale, who's up first?
Oh, Dale, come on. Let's just go.
Dale, who's up first?
Right. Listen, come on, we've got a curfew to reach here. Come on.
Right, who's first then, Dale? I asked you 10
Guys,
times.
I can't concentrate.
I'll go first because I'm shite at this game. So I'll
No.
go first.
Wait a minute.
Right, Dale.
Naomi, let's go.
Okay,
Yo, this has been my favorite evening since I've moved to Coventry.
right.
Thank you guys, I love you guys.
Stop interrupting me, Dave.
I'm trying to get it going. I'm trying to get it going here.
Oh, I pulled the muscle in my side.
Aaron, are you with us?
Aaron,
Yes,
Aaron.
yes,
I'm not gonna lie, I thought your clock was a dartboard. Is it just me or does it look like a dartboard?
No,
He's what?
Oh,
Just you.
it's
No.
true. It's true. Right, go on, Dale. I'm
Right,
ready.
let's play.
Well, Aaron, you
Dale,
with us?
go.
Oh, I'm here.
We've got a curfew to reach here. Come on.
Pass that. Let's go.
We've got a curfew. Nathan can't go past 11 o'clock. You know, he's got a roommate.
Let's play the game then. Everyone stop talking.
Nathan's calming it down. He's getting shouted at now. Come on. Come on, Lee. Calm down. Be professional.
yo, why did you do this Susan Boyle bit?
Right. Naomi, you go first. The word is popcorn. Go.
Hey.
Microwave.
Hey.
Warm.
What did you say?
Warm.
Yeah.
Raw?
Warm. Hot.
Cold.
Freezing.
Freezer.
Ice.
Ice cream.
Icicle.
Ben and Jerry's.
Creamy.
Ben.
What the fuck?
Oh, you suck. You
Naomi
suck.
wins.
Ben! What the fuck is Ben? Where does that go to creamy?
You suck.
It's part of Ben and Jerry's.
Lee,
Right.
Lee, don't be a sore loser.
I am
Right.
a sore loser.
Right, I'm next. I'm next. Aaron, you pick the word.
You dickhead.
What are you talking about? It's best of 3.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in charge of this, Nathan. Keep it shut.
Yo, you just got disciplined.
Right. Naomi, you ready? Come on, guys. We've got a curfew to reach here. Come on.
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you ready, Lee?
Yeah.
Who's first?
Yeah.
You're first.
Nathan's first.
Aaron,
No, Lee's first.
What?
you first.
Have I got
Aaron.
to say a word?
Word one.
Susan Boyle.
Lee wins.
Yes, for that.
Lee wins.
Yes! Yes! I won!
No.
Yes!
No.
Yes.
No, you don't listen.
Naomi didn't say a word.
Nathan,
It's not Susan Boyle.
He said Susan Boyle.
I
Dale.
won!
Lee didn't even answer.
Yes, he did. He said a word.
Finger!
And Naomi just laughed.
Playing, Nathan.
They were playing.
Right, start again.
No, because Lee said a word.
Start again.
Oh, Lee, you've been cheated.
No.
Nathan, you're stop.
He's screwed here.
Nathan,
Right.
I'll suplex you.
Say your word again, Aaron.
I don't want to. Susan Boyle.
Lee,
You can't use the same
Britain's
word.
Got Talent.
don't do the same word.
No, you
Oh,
can't do the
word.
same word.
Okay, Boyle.
Aaron, come on.
What did he say?
Popped.
Pop.
He said boil, I said popped.
Popcorn.
Crunchy.
Nut.
Balls.
Men.
Winky.
Perverted.
Aaron.
He wins.
Hey, stop there. There we go. That's 1-1. The hesitation. That's 1-1.
Yes!
You suck on this one.
Yes!
Right. Final word. This
You're
is the
fine,
decider.
Naomi.
This is the decider. It's 1-1. You ready?
Yeah.
Naomi first, yes?
Naomi
Okay.
first.
Yeah.
Your word is London.
I.
What?
I.
Hi?
I.
I?
Yeah.
I. Yes.
Blue.
The London Eye.
Blue.
Red.
Green.
Nature.
Honey.
Bees.
Wings.
Legs.
Feet.
People.
Person.
The Queen.
The prince.
Prince Andrew. Uh-oh.
Philip.
Prince Charles.
Big ears.
Big feet.
Big nose.
Big legs.
Not me.
Nathan.
Fat.
Aaron.
Oh, that's harsh. I'm out. I'm out. That was horrible. No.
That was
I'm not-
over.
Naomi wins.
Leo, you suck.
I
Big
suck,
you
guys.
suck.
I suck. I'm sorry.
Aaron, you know you're literally like a second father to me. Come on now.
Right, that's
Speak
4
up.
points to Naomi. Next game, please. 4 points to Naomi. Next game.
Oi, Nathan, I'm in charge. Quiet. Just because you passed your curfew.
Hashtag fatism.
Hashtag Nathan's curfew.
Yeah, Nathan, be quiet. Shh.
Yeah, shush.
I love you, bro. I'm sorry.
Quiet, mate. Got to whisper yours.
Well,
Next
Nathan.
one.
what did you say?
Naomi, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You and
Do I
Aaron.
start?
No, I'm the champion, so I go last.
Okay.
Who's in charge of this game, me or you?
Don't know, Dale.
Well, I'm in charge. You can do as I tell you.
Okay.
Right, Naomi and Aaron.
Yeah. Who starts? Who starts?
Naomi starts. Right, you ready?
Stop laughing to the camera.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Come on.
Naomi,
Professionalism now.
I'm ready.
Professionalism.
Professional.
Past Nathan's curfew here. You ready, Naomi?
Yo, can I take a picture of this? I'm ready.
You ready? Right.
I'm ready.
Come on, Nathan, give us the first word then.
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Cauliflower.
Cheese.
Cheddar.
Mature.
Immature.
Older.
Nathan.
Knob.
Wait, what did you say?
Knob.
What did he say, Nathan?
Lee.
Small.
Lee.
Can't say Lee
Can't
twice.
say the same word twice.
You can't say the same word twice.
There you
Naomi.
go.
You can't say the same word twice.
Children.
You can't come back
Can't
on
say the
it.
same word twice.
I didn't know
How
that.
would you like me to
Okay.
guess? Can't say the same word twice. Right, so
You could have told me this at the beginning.
Right. Well, Nathan didn't give me a chance to explain the rules.
How's that my fault? You're in charge.
You didn't get a chance to explain the rules. You got on with the game, right?
You're in charge.
Naomi, you go
Yes.
first.
I'll go
Lee.
first.
Lee, you go first, Naomi. Lee, come on, give us your word.
Santa.
Christmas.
Holiday.
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah. Diwali.
Yeah. Easter.
Bunny.
Christians.
Jesus.
Person.
Dad.
Cross.
Nikki.
Nikki? Who the hell is Nikki?
Nikki Cross.
Oh, Nikki Cross from WWE. Aaron wins.
Oh, Naomi.
Yeah, fair enough. He won that.
You suck on that one, I'm afraid. But you do get it.
Fast.
But you have still got another game. You have got one more go
Okay.
versus Nathan. And make sure it's loud as possible because we want to be as loud as possible. So he's over his curfew now. Hopefully we'll get his flatmate to come in his room.
Nathan's not 12 years old.
No, but I live in shared accommodation.
Oh, do you act?
Right, come on.
Peak.
Come on, Naomi. You ready?
Who's first? Me?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Yeah.
Nathan, you ready?
Yeah.
Shh.
Aaron? Shh. Aaron, give us your word.
Quiet.
Naomi.
New.
Family.
Whoa, Nathan, we do it.
Oh, no, hesitation.
How do you take all that, mate?
I
wasn't a
won
call.
that.
You suck.
Oh, whatever. I don't care.
Wait,
You suck,
guys,
mate.
can I quickly say something?
No.
Yeah.
Aaron, can
Yes.
you smile for the camera? I don't have a camera. Yeah! Everyone smile! Lee, smile! Dale, smile! 3, 2, 1.
So we're
She's
doing
drunk.
you, mate. Anytime.
Right.
It's the way you guys are going to ask me to do another podcast because of my behaviour.
No, you're definitely coming back.
You're coming back, definitely. Replacing Nathan.
All right, I can play the other game.
Right.
Okay, next round.
Ready for the second round? Naomi, you won the lot. Second round.
Yeah.
Lee, give us the word.
Knife.
Knife?
Yes.
Crime.
Huh?
Nathan
Crime.
goes for
Crime.
Driver.
Screw.
Driver.
Wrestling.
Nathan.
What?
What are you doing, mate? What's this hesitation for? You suck, mate.
I'm not hesitating once. I've answered every single thing.
She said Nathan, and you went
She
what?
said Nathan. I said what?
Yeah.
I
You said
what?
wrestling.
What?
You said wrestling, and she said Nathan.
Yeah, and I said what?
That
You
has
said what?
nothing to do with the word Nathan.
Yeah, you said my name, so I said what?
Oh my god,
Oh my goodness.
I can't take no more.
No,
Tonight.
Nathan is jokes.
Nathan, you
Uh,
suck.
Commentary Pro Wrestling.
Oh,
if
and
you're
what's that?
watching, can we maybe get rid of Nathan next week and put a lump of jelly in his place?
No, I would do this full time. This is so fun.
Hey, listen, we got another host here, I think.
Yeah.
There we
Let's
are
all
now.
kick
Nathan.
out Nathan. Boo!
I'm the only one with the equipment.
Oh, here he goes.
Guys,
That's just,
guys,
do you know,
That
guys,
was
really
great.
quick,
That's
guys,
the
really
only
quickly,
one.
another segue. Hello?
Nathan. Time Nathan's ever been able to say he's got the right equipment. You know what I mean?
he's not that kid that you got to let him. He's not that kid you've got to let him play football because it's his football.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
That wasn't me, mate.
I'll take my ball home.
Right, anyway. Well done, Naomi. How many points did Naomi get overall?
So Naomi 4, 8.
4 on me.
I have what the highest person has +1.
Oh, right, yeah.
No,
8.
she finished on 4.
No, I
'cause
didn't.
No, 4, 5, 6.
6.
How?
Okay.
She didn't beat you. You beat her 2-0.
Yeah,
That's not-
she
I
won.
beat
She won
him.
2. She won 2-1 against Lee, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yes, that's 2 points. That's 4. So 8 overall.
And I lost 2-1 against Aaron. I haven't faced Dale yet.
You don't face Dal.
Oh,
What do you mean? Oh, hold on. Naomi,
you know
can I
what?
just say? Can I
Yeah.
just say, Naomi, you didn't beat me.
No, you didn't.
That's what I said. I said you beat me 2-1.
No, it was 2-0 to Aaron.
2-0.
It was 2-1.
2-0.
No, it was 2-0.
It's
It was
2-0.
2-1.
Congratulations, Naomi, on 8 points.
Even though you're the
8
guest
points.
of
That's good.
It was 2-1.
If it was, we'll replay this. If it was, we'll give you that extra point. Don't worry.
Yes, we will.
And that'll give you
It
9.
was 2-1.
So you say it's 8 points? No, sorry, Aaron.
Yes, 8 points.
8 points.
It's gotta
Where's
be about it.
the leaderboard?
Guys, hello?
It puts her
Hello?
in 4th place.
What? That's ridiculous.
I'm afraid you weren't exceptional, unfortunately.
Ridiculous. Nathan,
Yeah.
you were one of the first people I met at CPW, as in training. What was your first impressions of me? / was I like too irrelevant to have opinions?
I was going to say unlucky for you meeting me first, but
Yeah.
no, I could see you had a lot of passion. Was interested in learning. You had a bit of fun about you. Obviously, I think we had a joke straight away. So all good vibes. All good vibes. Good vibes.
Everyone else? I genuinely, this is something I'm very interested in. Because I see myself as a shy person. Like, does everyone else see that? Or
I only met you properly the other week, but
right.
I thought you were cool. Yeah, you know, you're outgoing. You want to learn stuff as well, so that helps. Yeah, I mean, you're cool. Yeah, I think everyone else thinks that as well, mate.
Pops, as AKA Aaron. Aaron, I'm calling you Pops now.
Okay, do you know, like we had that road trip the other night, didn't we? And we had a good chat.
Yes, we did.
I
did have a good chat.
And I think you're such a lovely, honest, open person and very caring. And do you know what? I've literally loved getting to know you these last couple of months. You know, and now I see you as like that, you know, that extra family member. So yeah, I love being around you. You make me laugh when you're awake.
Yeah.
You know, I'm saying this for the fact that I know you've got a screwdriver there, so I'm a bit scared at the same time. No, I think you're a lovely person, you know, and I really, you know, it's a joy having you around.
Oh, thanks. You literally made my day.
I think with all these kind words is a perfect way to end the show.
No, it's not, Nathan.
Yeah.
No. Okay. I do want to end the show, Dal.
Genuine thing, Nathan. I mean, obviously, when I first met you and I first came speaking to you, you were so bubbly. Your energy was just magnificent. It just so positive.
Oh shit!
That was my first impressions of you. And obviously, I did speak to you about what it is that you wanted to do in the ring, and obviously, you know what you told me.
And I remember mentioning to you a superplex, and you looked very uncomfortable when I said that.
Yeah, that was the first move you said, yes. I was just like,
that is true. That is true.
Maybe one day. Just not today.
Naomi, the first time I tried to do a superplex, I nearly killed Tommy. So just be careful, you know, like when you're going into stuff, and and also like make sure when you're trying stuff with somebody. That's why it was all right. It was Tommy because he's a good lad and he can take a beating. But make sure you're with people you trust and that trust you. When you try new stuff, always make sure you talk it through with people. And I mean, Tommy always tries most of his new moves with me because I'm probably the smallest person.
You're the guinea pig.
It's fine, yeah. I'm happy. Guinea pig is fine.
Sorry, I just want to say, is there anything on the? We haven't been to the YouTube for a while. Aaron,
I was just going to say the same, Dale.
Yeah, we've just been on a tangent.
Should we just go through it as we're going along? Let's have a look. Let's go back up. So obviously,
wrestling. Naomi is smashed. Lol. That's
we know that. We know that. We can all see that. Let's have a look. Ride Dog said Nathan looked like the Dr. Robotnik from Sonic the Hedgehog, as we all know.
No, he looks more like Uncle Fester now.
He does. He does. And that used to be my nickname, actually, when I worked the doors, Uncle Fester.
Was it?
Yeah, because I had a bald head, yeah. Contra Pro Wrestling says, howling, Shorty, there is absolutely no chill on this episode. Martin says his ribs are hurting him. Contra Pro Wrestling says Dale is murdering Nathan live on the internet.
Which he deserves.
The exceptional Sugar Jimmy Vice says Lee actually won one.
Yes, I did. Yes, yes, brother.
Yeah. Shorty says this is pure savagery. I put up there that obviously what Naomi said was fatism, and Singer Shazza says, is that a thing? And yes, it is now. Hashtag fatism.
Let's get it trending.
You know what? Sorry. Can I talk?
Absolutely.
Do you want, Naomi? It's fine.
Your show.
You're the guest.
Put the screwdriver down, please.
Yeah, put it down. No.
The first time I did commentary, I never knew I was going to do commentary. Boss man was just like, "Oh, you're doing commentary," and I was like, "Are you being serious?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I was doing commentary," but doing commentary is literally the funnest thing ever because I feel like it's really hard not to laugh. Because when I did it with Lee, I remember Bossman said something.
Oh, he loves taking the piss out of me. Yeah, when we're on there. This shit he's saying on Friday. Phil, I love you, bro, but come on, man.
He said something about you and like women or something.
No, we're talking about some shit, but the one I remember mostly, he asked me if I could handle being in CPW prison. And I said, which, anybody who knows me knows I've been in many a prison myself. But he was like, I'm not talking about you being bent over. I'm like, whoa, Phil.
You pillow biter.
It's so hard not to laugh. And it's
you're trying to be professional. Yeah,
You can't be professional around boss man. It's very difficult. Guys, Nathan has something to say.
Yes.
Nathan, go on.
Put your hand down, Nate.
This brings me to a really good point about the commentary thing. I want to go onto the videos and edit all the things. I want to do like a video where it's just basically a montage of some of the greatest one-liners that Mr. Richards comes out with on commentary. Because I'm not going to lie. Some of the things that he says or comes out with on the spot are just flawless and hilarious. And I feel like that should be a video at the end of each year where we just go through the years of footage and just cut the funniest things that are said on commentary.
The award show.
That video would get some hits and some views. I'm going back to being quiet. Thank you.
I think Bossman deliberately tries to make me laugh. Like before, we would talk about something and we would talk about the word "dutty," and then he'll be like, "Say dutty," and I'll say that. And it'll make me laugh.
I've been on commentary with him. Lee's on commentary with him. Aaron's been there, I think. he will purposely say things to try and make you corpse.
Oh
break
God, God.
or break
God, yes.
break into a laugh.
Yeah.
I've done it. We've all done it. It's fine.
Done that to me as well. He also,
So-
he also, especially being head of talent relations, he turns around and says stuff that sometimes maybe I don't know anything about, but he just says it like I should know. And then I try and wing the actual explanation because I don't know what he's on about. but he just puts me on the spot. He turns around and just says stuff, so it's just awesome.
Aaron is one of those people as well. Other than Mr. Rich, I think Aaron makes me laugh more than everyone else. That is a compliment. You're meant to smile at this point.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So you guys, all of you were there for the training sesh with the 6-man challenge, and you guys were mentioning how you're mainly like WWE fans, and like have a bit watched AEW. But me and Aaron had a bit of a moment where we were about to beef.
So there was a part in that 6-man match where I come up in the corner and I turn around and Naomi is right in my face going, yeah, and what? And what? And we're just like,
we were literally like,
I was like
about to like beat up each other.
So I literally just stuck my tongue out at her and walked off. That's all I think of doing. I literally just stuck my tongue out and walked off.
And I actually had wanted to do something like that because it reminded me of Chris Jericho and Aubrey Edwards in AEW. So I had a plan all along.
Okay, it's good to have a plan. Let's go back to YouTube before we wrap this episode up.
Let's keep going.
Cov Pro Wrestling says, shh, everyone keep quiet. Nathan has a curfew at 11 o'clock. Singer Shazza wants to know who is first place in the game, and it's not you, Naomi, unfortunately, as much as you'd like it to be. Singer Shazza asked who was first place in You Suck, and you did put I should be first place, but no, you're not first place. So first place is Jimmy Vice.
The exceptional one.
Second place is Kat Von Cage.
Yep.
Third place is Oddball. And fourth place is Naomi. And when it comes to the hosts, I'm just going to say I'm smashing it.
Yeah, let's just take it. Let's just say that.
Just leave it like that because I don't want to upset Lee.
Let's leave it.
I don't want to upset Lee. What else we got on here? So yeah, obviously Ride Dog noticed that Nathan had his hand up as well. He was a bit worried for him. And he's actually just noticed that you ain't got a tash.
Nathan had his hand up for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's also said no when he had a tash. So, okay, we'll talk about when he's Dr. Robotic. What else we got? Ride Dog says, Lee, you are funny looking. No, he didn't say that. He says you're funny. Yeah, so that's it on the sorry, dog's just gone out for a wee, not the table over. So that's it on YouTube. So I'm gonna head it over back to you, Nathan. Be quiet, you know. Be quiet, Nathan. I'll hand it back to you, Nathan.
So we have got around about 10 minutes left. 10 exciting minutes.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I've had an incredible time. Wine or not wine, I've literally had such a good time. This has been fun.
Yes. Good.
Welcome to the Naomi Show. Special guest, Talking Madness.
So we have got about 10 minutes left, so any last minute questions, please get them in. I mean, we were meant to talk about a lot of things tonight. We haven't.
I just ruined that.
You haven't ruined anything. It's been amazing.
It's been funny.
It's fine. We've had a good time. We've talked about a lot of stuff. We were meant to talk about some subjects we haven't talked about, so that's fine. We'll come back to them another night, another episode, maybe.
You mentioned aliens.
Who knows what happens next?
One thing, Nathan.
We did need to do a new thing. We have got a new segment that we forgot about.
Yeah. But also, Naomi, what picture did you want for your?
Okay, so I want all of them. I want Jason Statham. I want Nathan at 19 years of age. I want Aaron wherever your picture is. I want Dale, his picture.
How?
I don't want the Susan Boyle.
How am I Jason Statham?
No, Lee is Jason Statham.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought it
Your
was Lee.
picture is you at like 19.
When I was 19. Cheers. Thanks.
Is it you at 19? It must be you at 18, 19.
So that, yeah, there's the picture. I mean, that's the best one of them all, I think.
And
Do you know what? I'm going to finish on that picture behind me tonight.
Don't say those words. Don't ever say those words. Please don't. Please don't do that. We don't want to see that or know about that. No.
Guys, can I just say, I would be happy to do this again because this was fun.
We know, hang on. We know when we say we don't think about what we say, that's one of those things. Anyway, right, we have a new segment that's going to be a weekly thing that we've been asked to do. And each week, we're going to have...
Dale, do I have your permission to put that on Spotlight? It's like a talent website. It's like, so you get jobs as an actor.
Dale,
What?
do I have your permission to finish on that picture tonight?
Anyway. I can't take this seriously anymore.
Can I just say something? Lee, do you remember on Friday?
So, right, let's all take a deep breath. Okay. So,
There was something that really funny that happened. Lee, do you remember when like Bossman was like, "Oh, look at Dave."
Oh,
When he was staring.
Oh no, it was just zoned out. Yeah, there we go.
right. Are we all good? Take a deep breath, everyone.
Any more wine? Fucking hell. Christ.
Take a deep breath, everyone. Deep breath. Compose yourselves. We've got a new segment. So our new segment each week is going to be Alien Update. Who knew it? Who knew it? Each week we're gonna have a new Alien Update. What's going on in the world of UFOs and aliens out there?
I want my mum.
You what?
I want my mum.
Yeah, that was...
So, this week's Alien Update.
Dale was just staring.
I'm trying to keep this going. Stop.
Fucking crying. Fucking hell.
This week's Alien Update.
Oh God.
Is regarding these magnificent monoliths that have been popping up all around the world.
Wait, you spoke about these earlier. I have no clue what the fuck you're on about.
I love big dildos.
If you compose yourself, I'll be able to talk about it, okay?
Sorry.
For those who don't know, these big metal sort of like monoliths have been popping up all around the world. Well, 4 of them actually have popped up. The first one was in Utah in the desert. Big metal rectangular triangular.
Mate, I'm sorry. Rectangular and triangular are very different.
So it's, like the Egyptians, they used to have like the square rectangular base that went up to a triangle point.
So it's like an obelisk.
That's the one. Yeah.
Lee revived that math.
Right.
I'm fucking intelligent. I might not look it, but I am. I promise you. Carry on.
So one appeared in the Utah desert, and then it got taken down. And then another one appeared in California, but that one has been admitted that an artist did that after the first one as a stunt. Then another one has appeared recently in Rome, in the Netherlands, and which has just popped out of nowhere, and people are questioning, how they're appearing. There's no footmarks around them; they're just popping up in the ground, and then some of them are just disappearing after a while. Now there was one that also popped up in Romania. Again, just the ground had been disturbed. And again, there's no evidence of anyone footprints or anything like that. How it appeared. There was one that appeared in Pittsburgh, but that was put there by a shop who did it for advertisement, to try and get customers. Which is probably clever.
Come on.
Yeah, it's quite long-winded, mate.
No, so what we're talking about is these
Nathan, are you done?
The alien update is these metal objects that are appearing are these UFOs? Is it a hoax, or is it an art thing that an artist is doing? Because no one's claimed anything yet. So there's a lot of things going on about. They are very mysterious. So this is our alien update. Is it possible that aliens could be planting or causing these metal objects to appear? That's what we need.
Are you hoping for an anal probe, Nate?
As like a physicist, I do believe, as a physicist in general, I do believe that like there is some form of life somewhere around other than the Earth.
Yeah.
So I do believe in that. I'm not religious. I would call myself like agnostic and stuff.
I think it would be arrogant for humans to believe that we are the only planet in the whole fucking universe with life on. It would be completely arrogant to think that we are the only planet that's special enough to have life on. I mean, there's got to be a few others out there somewhere that can support some kind of life.
Absolutely, Lee. That's correct. It is. Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree.
Well, I'll have an interesting fact for next week about aliens then and life on planets.
What, you are one?
I mean, a guy told me that, and I did research it, like on Venus, life was actually confirmed because they found remnants / evidence of oxygen and water on Venus.
That's also recently just been disproved as well.
Was
the
that
same
actually?
astronauts? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I was reading
this
about
is
it
why
earlier.
I'm failing.
I was reading about this earlier about it. Venus they've now come to discover that there couldn't be life on Venus. It's not one of the 4 planets that could sustain life now, but I do know the 4, and that will be discussed next week on Alien Update.
Do you know what, Lee?
Wow.
Lee, do you know what? Talking about like planets and that, I'd love to go to Uranus.
Oh my god!
Right.
I should have known that you were
Yeah,
going
Right.
to say
that's the one thing he said in an hour.
Wow. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like this has been,
that's a great
First of
place
all-
to end it, mate.
That's a
First
good
of
place
all,
to end.
this has been officially the longest episode of Talking Madness ever. So congratulations.
Oh,
Thank you
God.
for sticking with us, boys.
Longest
Wow.
episode ever.
Well done, Naomi.
Go for that.
She's got NASA on the back of her phone.
NASA. For those watching, we appreciate you watching us tonight. Also, remember, you can now order the pay-per-view for Wednesday for Next Gen Moonlight episode, which will be live from 8:15. For those who don't have on demand, it will be $3.99. For those who do have on demand, it will be free through the on-demand service. So either sign up for the on-demand, or you can purchase the pay-per-view now for $3.99, ready for Wednesday night, Next Gen Moonlight live from 8:15. Please don't forget that. Taco versus Jimmy Vice. Many of your favourites are on the show. Tomby, Morris, Cleo, Will Stone. With all my favourites on there. for Next Gen Moonlight. So remember, order purchase it now for $3.99, or if you have on demand, you can watch it on demand for free.
Before we go though, can we go to the YouTube and see if there's anything more on there, Aaron, please?
Yes. So obviously, guys, it's been everyone's enjoying it tonight. There's tears rolling right
there. Oil on your fucking screen.
So,
come on, let's be serious here. Come on,
no, Aaron, can you get rid of the Susan Boyle?
No, I can't get rid of me Susan Boyle. Sorry, I've tried, but she just keeps coming back.
I am begging you.
Anyway, sure, because I've got to get this out because I'm struggling here, guys. Cop Pro Wrestling, it says that Naomi on Demand is definitely coming back on the show in the future.
Yeah.
Ride Dog wants to be on the show.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I would watch that.
But he's also said Nathan's been given till 12 o'clock for his curfew, so that's good.
Nathan's been given till 10.
Oh my days.
God, it's so fun, I swear.
He's Ride Dog's mum's online as well. Oh, we love Ride Dog's mum. She makes banging food. We all love Ride Dog's mum.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, mate, yes.
Fucking brilliant.
Ride Dog says, fucking love space, aliens and stuff like that. Is down his street. Followed by Ride Dog's mum saying, stop swearing, Riley.
There's a comment there. There's also a comment. Riley asking his mum how she's got access to his account.
Yeah. And then you got Singer Shazza going, Ride Dog. I keep getting confused about who's talking. Is it you or your mum? So yeah, everyone's enjoying it. Jimmy Vice says, I got Uranus in a promo for the CPW last Christmas. Did you get my anus in there?
What does that mean?
I haven't got a clue. I'm worried because you know,
we don't have to all start promoing on people's anuses, do we? Because I mean, I'll do it, but I'm not really.
Everyone's seen yours, Lee.
Right.
So,
okay, what else have we got, Aaron?
Shorty has said, thank you guys. Really enjoyed the madness tonight.
We love Shorty.
Yes, Shorty.
Ride Dog says,
I'm not gonna lie, she's great.
Ride Dog says, I'm sure they have found a living microorganism.
They think they found a living microorganism on a planet light years away.
Yeah, all right, Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about this on another episode, Ride Dog.
Martin, I haven't done the research, so.
Martin says, take care. See you all next week. See you later, Martin.
Hey.
Yeah, what else we got? Ride Dog had a real good night. Good time tonight. Love you all. Good night. Obviously, it's late for Ride Dog. I mean, Teletubbies has finished. Singer Shazza, I enjoyed tonight from when I got here, and will also be watching the show. Well, we love having you here.
Thank you.
Elemental Dad has joined us, saying, "Get Frankie
Elemental
Summers."
Dad, thank you.
Says, "Get Frankie Summers on one time." Well, we'll leave it to the bosses that be.
Oh, boss man, you've been summoned.
I had Frankie before.
We have had Frankie Summers on a couple of times, actually. He stood in when Lee broke his phone.
Yeah, I did.
You broke your phone?
I dropped it.
Wow,
years ago.
You dropped
he sold it. He sold it.
Okay,
he sold it. That's what it says. Yeah. Ride Dog says, boys, I'm going to catch up on SmackDown after. Aaron. Yeah, and he's going to
we gave him all the spoilers.
Yeah, you gave all the spoilers.
Ride Dog's mum says, no, he's going to bed. It's past his bedtime. So that's everybody on YouTube. So that's good night from me and good night from Susan Boyle.
Right, so, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of night. It saddens me once again But thank you for joining us. We appreciate everyone for being here tonight, all your questions, all your support. First of all, big shout out to our guest tonight, Naomi On Demand.
Thank you so much for having me. I apologize for this.
Don't apologise.
No.
But I'm Nathan,
apologise.
guys, can you tell Nathan to stop laughing at me?
I'm laughing at you. What? I don't know if you're wrong here.
But guys, genuinely, I'm literally, as soon as you guys asked me to be on this, I was literally so excited. So thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you.
For the CPW Galaxy, for, you know, watching all of our shows, Moonlight Live, you know. I hope you guys come to Xmas Tidings, you know, see all of us there. It'll be great. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, Naomi.
Naomi.
No, can you stop doing that to Susan Boyle?
What's he doing? Wait.
Can we get this over? Me and Susan have got a bit of business to get on with.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Talking Madness. Again, I've been joined by Naomi and my co-hosts Lee, Aaron, and Dale. I've been Nathan. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us for Talking Madness.
Thank you, guys.
See you again next week.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.